Hello. Welcome to Tempting Fate.
Yay!
And hello. Welcome everybody.
Hello. Hi.
Today we are doing part 3 of our Into the Spiderverse RPG, and I am super excited about it. I've been loving this one. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, big fan of Spiderverse. And by the way, early shoutouts. Thank you to Kaiboy and PFW Scott and Kai Aurea for the subs. So yeah, first, I welcome to all of, almost all of my regulars, Marquia McCarty, Gina DeVivo, and Sam DeLev.
Oh, that's
And to our special guest star, Enthusi Amy herself, Amy Dallin.
Thank you for having me back.
Thank you for coming back.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us.
I do a drummer on the table. Squeaker Parker goes nuts. Oh, it did before. Wait, what happened? There.
Yeah. I appreciate that you can't get enough of superheroism on Fridays with Angelina, and you needed to extend that out.
I was like, oh, y'all being superheroes? Huh? How does that? That's fun. That sounds
Do you like superheroes? Oh, thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Post-Data. So yeah, okay, let me whiz through the announcements here. So first, you can get Tempting Fate logo shirts at TeePublic. Dom will put the link there in the chat.
Great.
There, you can look. Yeah, thank you. And if you want to play any of the previous hacks we have played on the show, they are all available. You can find a link to them in the Tempting Fate room of the Saving Throw Discord. Dom will also throw a link for that in the chat. And we want to throw a big thank you and shout out to John Harper, the guy who made the game Lasers and Feelings, which is what we play here. He designed a lot of great games like Blades in the Dark and other stuff. Follow him on Twitter. Check him out. Meaning at Night, thank you for the sub. Smokebeard, thank you for the sub. And shout out to Dom and Saving Throw for making this all possible. Thank you. And Saving Throw just crossed over 1 million views on Twitch. Whoa! Right. Thank you so much. Wow, that's going to be the first 2 tiers right off the bat. Thank you so much, Riker Red. I like that, Riker. I like Riker. What do you want? Congratulations to Saving Throw on that, and thank you to everybody because you are what makes Saving Throw possible. Your donations are 100% of what keeps this place open and gives us this platform to do this and charity stuff that we do sometimes and everything else that happens here. And we are super grateful. You've been amazingly generous and. In the interest of keeping that flowing, we have of course Carrier Penguins this week. I see some of them are already gone. And check out this week's official Carrier Penguins. We have
They're so
good. Our friend,
such good penguins.
Yeah, our friend Olivia, Meaning of Night, did all the characters from the show. Gina and Marquia and Sam and Rave's character from the previous episodes as their spider characters, penguins, and they're amazing. Definitely.
Would Glenn Stacy also have been a penguin? Because that's already a thing. And that's just
now, yes. Oh, Tibbs, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Holy heck.
It's going to be 3. So, so we also have tiers, which you've already unlocked 3 of. So, let me tell you what you've got. So, first, there are retcons. There are 3 rerolls for the table, making what looks like a lot, but there are not that many others in play here. And Sam's got a lot. And 3 for me, which is the important part. Thank you for those. And $50, we have The Call of the Wolf. Tinksy, oh my God, thank you.
Okay, wow.
That does a lot. Thank you, Tinksy. And thank you, everybody. Wow. So $50 is Call of the Wolf. Every time for the rest of the game, Gina rolls, she'll howl like a wolf. She'll have to give that that was the worst wolf call.
What was that?
Spider monkey.
It kind of sounds like
I'm not just Spider monkey.
You don't have to
Spider monkey.
do it better than I did.
Did you hear that howl? I did not.
I know, the wolf call is not my thing. Gina, much
Right,
more.
leave the
Heart of Handprints, thank you.
Call of the Wild to
So Gina will now howl like a wolf every time. Crew bite and plaster, thank you.
That hasn't been done.
Heart of Handprints and Prince.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Oh my God. So, all right, I'm going to wait to see how much of this stuff is actually unlocked. It's a lot. The next one, Smokebeard, thank you. Vote for chaos. There it is, the first 666.
I would just like to point out that tonight is literally the wolf moon. So
Yes.
It's
tonight
super
is
moon,
real.
Blood
Okay.
moon.
We can work with
wolf
that.
Moon,
Spider
it's January.
Yeah, it's called.
All right.
And it's a total
Spider
lunar
wolf.
Okay,
eclipse.
so
When
it
is
is
that?
in the game too.
9 o'clock.
Oh.
We're making that canon right now. It's in the game too. Okay.
Please spam the max cannon gift. Thank you.
So the $75 tier, which is definitely like, oh, Dark of Nate, thank you.
Yay!
616, okay.
They've been doing it consistently throughout the show. I've been appreciating it.
616.
It's like the one I know.
The $75 tier is the Spider theme. This week it's going to be Markia will write and sing a one-verse song for Web set to the tune of the old Spider-Man TV song. You know, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. But like Web is just one syllable, so we'll have to see what approach does Markia use to dealing with
goes.
the syllables in there. Yeah. And that's the Spider theme. And at $100, well, I guess this will just be right from the start. Amy gets a second role as Peter Porker. The spectacular Spider-Ham, who I guess will now just be right there. Oh, thank you, Slippy Dude. So that is open, Spider-Ham. And now at $150, there is the showdown. Spider Wheels will face their arch enemy.
We know what happened last time. Something like that happened.
Yes, we had one of those last week. It didn't go too well for Rave, who you will notice is not here this week. But we'll get to that in a second. Because the next two tiers, and I don't know quite yet. I'm still waiting for the update here. But the next two tiers, at $200, we have Ultimate Spider-Man. The team gets a visit from the one and only Miles Morales, who will drop into this game to help you or something along the way.
Well identified. Ultimate.
And at $250, if you were that generous, we get to that tonight. No one stays dead in comic books. Our heroes will get a chance next week to resurrect Spider-Ray.
Y'all.
It's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
I don't even know what culture that's from.
Wow, that's all unlocked actually. I guess we're in downtime now.
Oh my God!
You will now get the chance. Wow, thank you everybody.
Right at the top of the episode.
You unlocked it before we could lay the emotional blackmail on there.
Wow, yeah, there went the emotional blackmail value. Thank you so much, everybody. And I guess that puts us into Dom time, or about to be into Dom time, or something where now Dom gets to make up stuff to taunt us and torture us.
Tier 1 of Dom time.
Yeah,
And then every
I
so
see
often,
him nodding
He
intimidatingly.
looks down at the monitor and says, "Oh, okay." And I live for
Keeping an eye out.
I think he's cracking his knuckles.
Oh.
It's just ominous.
Yeah,
He's
Art of
smiling.
handprints. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, so those are the tiers. Now we're into Dom time. As always, subs get to give players rerolls. We have some rerolls in play from last week, but let me hand out the ones that come from this week real fast.
It's
So
always meritorious to give subs to guests. Okay, I'm done.
Kai gives a reroll to Sam.
Yeah.
PFW Scott gives a reroll to Amy. Kaya Reyes sends their reroll to the table. Tatzel Seth sends a reroll to Amy. Post Data sends a reroll to Amy.
I appreciate y'all so much.
Meaning of Night sends a reroll to Amy.
You get the rule before I even say the rule.
Everything feels right with
Smokebeard
the
sends
universe.
one to Sam and one to Amy. Heart of Handprint sends one to Gina.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
Pride and Pain sends one reroll to each player.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Gina.
Thank you kindly.
Amy and Sam. And Slippy Dude sends a reroll to Amy.
Yeah.
No one sends a reroll to me. Oh wow, thank you. Okay, all right, okay. I see what it is.
You're gonna be mountain climbing those rerolls. what I
Yeah.
said.
Wow.
I heard it.
Amy's got reroll power. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, we play Lasers and Feelings, and we're playing Into the Spiderverse, which is an original hack for it, based on an incredible movie that is still in theaters right now that you should go see if you have not seen it already.
So good. Or if you have seen
Super
it,
good.
it's also good.
Yeah, go see it again. It's like
It has rewatch value.
it's so good.
Like a lot of it.
Yeah, like more than 3.
More.
Gina
More
and
than
Sam
3.
do not lie ever, so we know this is true. So the way this works is everyone's got a number, 2 to 5. A high number means they're better at what we're calling thwippy tasks, which are technology, science, cold rationality, calm, precise action, like Mr. Spock stuff. And a low number means you're better at quippy tasks, which is like intuition, diplomacy, seduction, and wild, passionate action, kind of like Captain Kirk stuff. And whenever something's in doubt, I'll call for a roll. If you're using your thwippy skills, you want to roll under your number. If you're using your quippy skills, you want to roll over your number. Dark of Nate, thank you. Basically, we have full dice thanks to everybody in week 1. Xenoceratops, thank you.
Thank you so much, Xenoceratops.
Ooh.
So
like the
yeah,
name.
everyone, you roll 1 die automatically. You roll 2 die if it's something you're prepared for. 3 if you're something you're an expert at. 4 if you're getting help. If none succeed, it backfires on you somehow. If 1 succeeds, you barely manage at some kind of cost. If 2 succeed, you just do a nice good job at what you wanted to. And if 3 succeed, you get success with style, some kind of bonus effect or something like that. And if you roll your number exactly, you get to ask Aunt May. We have the universal Aunt May on the comms for these games to answer your questions. She knows a lot. If you want
Especially that casserole.
especially about casserole, strangely. If you want to help somebody just before they do something, call out, I want to help by doing whatever. If you succeed, it's same rolling rules. If you succeed, they get an extra die. If they don't, you don't hurt them at all. They just roll whatever they would have anyway. And those are the rules. Okay, so let me do quickly previously on Spiderverse. So these previously on get a little longer as we go. KB Tibbs, thank you for the resub. I'm going to try and get through this fast, but here's the essentials. In part 1, we met Spider Wolfman, Web, Spider Rave, and Spider Wheels, and they were individually abducted from their own universes by an interdimensional villain called the Spot, who brought them back to his own universe. Now, during the course of that adventure, the heroes learned that Spot was working with some mystery partner, whose identity was mysterious. Yes, thank you. And that also the Spot was busy trying to crack a couple of puzzles, these strange word puzzles that were, if you remember, Domino's Pastry and Daytime Sponsor. The Spot had scrawled in various places. Now the heroes eventually caught up with Spot, but before they could get any answers, yeah, I should have given you those before.
Going back to my anagram practice.
The heroes eventually caught up with Spot, but before they can get any answers, he was killed by that universe's native spider hero, the the Spider Goblin, who was a sort of anti-hero Spider-Man, very, kind of dark and punishery. Now, Spot used his dying breath to fling our heroes into yet another universe to further his plan and spite his archenemy, the Spider Goblin, where they arrived in part 2. And in part 2, our heroes found themselves in the New York of a new spider hero called Diving Bell, whose nemesis was Victor Von Doom. Now, knowing that Von Doom is also a brilliant scientist who has the capacity to travel interdimensionally, our heroes resolve to break into his office looking for something that might help them get back to their own worlds. But along the way, Webb began to sense a magical presence watching them, and she read this presence's mind with her own power and sort of saw glimpses of the life of a Spider-Man named Peter Parker, who outside of the game, I will say, comes across like 616 main Peter, regular Peter Parker. Dr. Doom sensed this strange magic about you too, and he took an interest in the team. And the quest ultimately led to the Baxter Building in New York, where this strange magic kind of revealed itself on the roof in the form of a purple energy portal. Thank you, Orion Lightning, for the sub. Before the team could really investigate the portal, Doom went all out to capture them, and part of that effort included summoning the evil Ben Parker known as Spiderhide, who killed Spider Rave in the course of the fight. But the fight wasn't a total loss. Diving Bell and Spider Wheels prevailed over Doom and put a stop to his army of Doombots, thanks to Mjolnir, the Hammer of Thor, falling out of the purple energy portal at an incredibly fortuitous moment. And in the end, incredibly, Amy
Puns! Say how awesome they are in chat.
Yeah, let us know what you think in the chat. Wow. And in the end, Webb used her magic to open the portal enough for everyone to fit through, and they disappeared into yet another New York. So that was where we left off. Let's start off the three of you holding the body of Spider Rave. Who had the body of Spider Rave? Remember, I think you had it. Yeah. You came through this portal. You fell through this strange sort of purple void. Shoviksani, thank you. Hello. And you found yourself on a rooftop in New York, you're standing there with the body of Spider Rave, and you look over the horizon and in the sky, you see all these little kind of purple flashes of light, sort of like the portal that you just came through, kind of like appearing and then disappearing, and they're kind of all over the city, just kind of flashing in and out of existence. And you were standing there watching this for a second when someone drops down behind you and your spider hero sense goes off. Someone like you is there. But let's stop for a second and let's go back to you. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, I guess we have to do this. My name is Patience Parker. And Spider-Man is dead. I was an ordinary teenager, bitten by a spider, saved the city for a little while, learned a few things along the way, with my brother, Peter. Anyway, we had some enemies, and one day they wanted Spider-Man. And I didn't show up. And Peter did. So now I do what I can as a photographer for the Daily Bugle. And I still take care of stuff, but I've learned my lesson. It's not safe to be Spider-Man.
So Patience Parker, who is the Spider-Man of her universe, is a 4, which makes her a Thwippy-ish character. And she is, let's say, a sneaky photographer. Her spider powers include the standard set, as well as a camouflage invisibility power, a la Miles Morales. And that's it. And the standard set, spider sense and sticking to walls and stuff. That is pretty good. So, all right, I'll leave the rest to come out during the game. So on this occasion, you are working as a photographer for the Daily Bugle, and they have dispatched you to cover a big party that is being thrown by a technological outfit called AIM. AIM. This party is at the top of the AIM building, which is in New York, which is one of the tallest towers in the city. Not the tallest, but one of them. You are on the roof watching AIM unveil their new... It is hover technology. They're sort of creating flying cars. And you are there covering as a photographer for the Daily Bugle. And you're taking pictures, you're doing your thing, and suddenly your spider sense just goes off like crazy. And you look around at the horizon, and you start to see all these purple lights blinking in and out. PFW, Scott, thank you. And you see all these purple lights start blinking in and out, and you have no idea what's going on, but you know your spider sense is going absolutely berserk. And people on the roof start looking around, and they're all sort of taking interest in everyone's, Crude, Crude Imposter Nightbreak.
Wow!
Thank you.
These are quite the purple things appearing in the sky.
Oh man,
Wow.
that's like Dom time tier 3.
Dom, what have you done?
What did you do,
I
Dom?
haven't entered one yet.
Yep. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
I forgot to say this part, but jet black hair, probably not natural. Black hoodie, black jeans.
And what did your spider persona look like?
I was just a skinny kid. I had a very standard red and blue suit. I was Spider-Man for 2 years. It seemed like a nice obfuscating move. And it's been about a year now.
Okay, it's been about a year. And yeah, and spider sense, you can stop being Spider-Man, but the spider sense never goes away. And as people are starting to lose interest in the AIM presentation and look off into the sky and wonder where all these purple lights are coming, behind you, you hear this sudden, like this crack. And you turn around, and one of these purple dots, portals, whatever they are, has opened like right on the roof and sort of eaten up an edge of the roof. Are you gonna take a picture of it? Okay. And you are taking a picture of it. You got your camera aimed right at it when suddenly it vanishes. And with it, the part of the building that it was sort of appearing on is gone. And this woman who was standing right there falls and just narrowly holds on to the edge of this cracked building edge. The edge of the building ledge.
Okay.
Help! Help!
Oh,
Daredevil, somebody!
I look around hopefully.
I'll even take Iron Fist, please help!
Buddy.
Lady, I don't think he's around. Okay, can I get there from here? Is it the edge of where I'm standing, or is there a gap?
I'll say you're about. I mean, you're right. It's like you are on the other side of the gap. Essentially, it's like you could probably run around. There are people now on the roof blocking your path. There are other people now watching too, but you are across, so you can either try and jump across or go around while this person is holding on for.
How long is the gap?
Let's say about 25 feet.
What's the tallest thing on the roof with me?
The tallest thing on the roof is
Say like really tall antenna tower?
Yes, there's absolutely right. Yeah, there's that, typical New York antenna tower sticking straight up there.
I'm going to try as quietly as possible to sort of kick it sideways and see if I can get the thing to fall over.
Okay, why don't you roll kick as quietly as possible? That's a common precise action. It's a thwippy skill. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 4, patience. You haven't been Spider-Man in a year. How long were you Spider-Man for?
2 years.
2 years. Let's say you can roll 2. You're rusty, but you're experienced. You're trying to roll under your number, 4.
Yeah, 2.
2 successes. Yeah, you kick that thing over and it goes right over, and everybody is so concerned with what is going on in the sky. Nobody really quite notices. They think that, the same way a piece of the building disappeared, that they think that thing just fell. Nobody saw you do it.
Does it connect this building to the other one?
It kind of falls as a bridge, it connects this half of the roof to that half of the roof.
Yeah.
Thank you, DJ Who, for the sub.
Look, that pole. See if she's getting it.
Oh, okay. She looks over and she sees the pole and she's like holding on. She's like, I'm afraid to reach for it.
I get that.
Help! Jessica Jones, please, anybody.
Laughing because I know she's hungover right now. I'm gonna try to, while looking like a very ordinary person, walk or crawl across the wire to the other half of the building.
Sorry, I just saw the first dumb tear.
See? I told y'all! I like the reacts. Also the applause.
Okay, we'll figure this out. Okay. So yeah, you walk across?
Yeah, crawl across. Make it look really hard.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Okay, so you're gonna crawl across, and then when you get to the other side, what are you gonna do? You just try and pull her up?
I'm gonna see if I can pull her up. If necessary, get her to sort of put her hands around my neck and crawl back over.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the crawl across. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that because you're a spider character. It's like crawling across a thing. It's like, and you get over there, and she's just like, help me get up.
Right. My name is Patience. What's yours?
My name is Betty.
Hey, Betty.
Hi.
Can you give me one of your hands?
Roll a quippy task. You want to roll over your number. Patience, what kind of Spider-Man were you? Were you a quippy, personable Spider-Man? Were you quiet?
I was, hopefully you barely noticed I was here and now I'm gone, Spider-Man.
All right, you can roll 1. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 4.
Come on, Betty. It's 4!
Yeah, and that, you succeed at cost. So she absolutely, all right, I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3, and she puts her hands over, and as she does it, her other hand falls, and she begins to... You're going to try and catch her?
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to be a quippy task. It is sudden, passionate action. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 2. Your number is 4.
I got 1.
Okay, succeed at cost. You absolutely catch her as she falls, but you are sort of exposed now because you had to sort of lean down from the bridge, and now we're sort of holding on with obvious spider strength. So while no one's looking, what you kind of do is you hoist her up to the thing, and then when she's not looking, you let go, ejecting yourself, falling sideways, coming down on the building right next to you. And when you land in front of you, you see 3 strange-looking spider-themed heroes that you have not seen before, one of which is Wolfman carrying a dead body.
I go invisible.
What?
I just wheel over and
just to make
y'all
clarification.
saw that, right?
Just to make one
You can't-
clarification.
can't you
I
feel the
don't
tingle?
look like a wolf
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, you don't look like one right now. You're just in...
I'm a human.
Oh, you're a human right now. Okay, so sorry.
Yes.
One of them is just a person carrying a dead body. My bad.
way less creepy this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just go over to where a person was and where
Yeah.
I'm feeling the locus of tingles.
Be like, hey,
And then just start,
we
like-
saw that. I know you can hear us.
I'm trying to dodge.
And you feel your spider sense go off with this feeling, and you feel it, and everybody's got that, oh my god, you're like me kind of feeling going on.
No, I'm not.
You
I really
okay? You
hope
just went
that you
invisible,
are.
but you're talking to us.
I really hope
I
that
heard
you
that.
are who we think you are, because we need your help.
What is the body wearing?
The body is dressed in a Spider-Man costume that is very Scarlet Spidery. It's very sort of lo-fi. It's a hoodie, and I think she just said, hoodie, and she has a mask, but not really a developed costume.
Okay, I
But,
reappear and
remember, there's part of Saturday still on her,
Oh yeah,
I had-
and there's
yeah.
the remnants of
like maybe around the mouth area.
yeah, the remnants of something, some sort of high-tech exoskeleton.
all right, I reappear and I just say, "Not again."
Can you help us?
Oh, I'm not a doctor. Who are you?
We're like you, only from somewhere else.
From 4 different somewhere else's.
Yes.
But we need someplace to go now, and we need to take care of her.
Okay, do I know anyone at a hospital?
Do you know anyone at a hospital?
Oh,
Let's
wow.
find out.
What's her face?
Let's find out if you know anyone at a hospital. Why don't you roll a quippy task? You want to roll over your number? You can roll 2.
Dawson?
Oh, night nurse.
There we go. Thank
Other
you.
night nurse.
Yeah.
You can roll 2.
Oh.
It's a quippy task. You want to roll over your number.
Okay. Ooh.
2 successes. By the way, you also, I noticed before you got an Ask Aunt May, and now
did.
you got another one, so now you have 2. So absolutely you know somebody. You know a nurse who works nights at a hospital in uptown New York. Which night nurse would you like to know? The Netflix night nurse or the old classic version? You take your pick.
Netflix night nurse.
Netflix night nurse, okay.
I mean,
Love to the
Um,
classic as well, but
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Her name is Claire Temple, right? Okay,
Yeah.
So yes, you absolutely know Claire
Rosario
Temple.
Dawson.
Yeah, she looks a lot like the movie star Rosario Dawson. It's a strange coincidence.
It's so weird.
She gets that a lot, you know.
Oh, like that Oceans movie where they play on. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and yeah, you absolutely know her. And while you are all standing there, another one of these little purple portals suddenly opens.
Can I use one of my MA questions?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, all of a sudden your earpiece that you're not wearing comes to life, and you hear the voice of Aunt May in your ear strangely going, do you have any questions?
Is this purple thing dangerous?
Potentially can be dangerous, but doesn't have to be. Do you have another question?
What is it?
They are magic portals that are coming from a different part of the multiverse. May out. And one of those portals happens to open up right in front of you, and out of it, this strange little spider hero falls. He's dressed in a costume a lot like yours, the one you used to wear, but his head is strangely pig-shaped. And he bops over to you, and I will say, Spider-Ham, we will say that you are a quippy character. Your number is going to be, we'll say, 2. And
Definitely.
You were in your reality, and you were fighting alongside the Fantastic Fur. The 5 of you were confronting Galactopus. And and things were going pretty well, and then all of a sudden you came swinging around the side of a building, and there was this purple thing there, and you tried to get out of the way, but before you know it, you were just flying through this purple void, and then you came out the other side and landed on this rooftop and saw these 4 people.
Galactopus.
There's a Galactopus, look it up.
I love it.
Well, hello!
Oh my! Is everybody seeing this?
You're
This is Squeaker Parker, the spectacular
mostly like
Spider-Man.
me.
You're
And Peter Pupper is going to also
Yep.
sniff.
Peter Pupper's a woof woof arf arf back bow.
Squeak, squeak.
Who can I understand?
You can Peter Porker speaks English. The mouse speaks squeak, but you it's like Chewbacca. You can understand anyway.
If I'm Spider-Ham, can I understand the mouse and the pupper?
You can understand the mouse. The pupper only says arf bark bow wow. You
Okay.
have to sort of
The
pay
words.
attention. Yes, arf bark.
Arf, bark,
And sometimes woof.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I march right over and shake that mouse's hand.
It offers you an ear and a shake.
Oh, great! The mouse is another friend. Fabulous.
And the 3 animals start sniffing at each other, and they're like, and then they sort of look up and they're all right. What they're
Yeah.
ready for what's next.
Yeah, I'm look to patients like, well, they're getting along.
This is very confusing.
It's been that kind of day.
Peter
We
Pupper
really
goes, "Arf."
have to help our friend.
Of course.
Saturday might have stabilized her, but I'm not sure. Maybe someone with medical experience.
Ooh. I'm gonna pull a giant cartoon stethoscope out.
Oh, Peter Porker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm gonna pull a giant cartoon stethoscope out.
Yeah, no, okay, that was confusing for a second.
Contextually, I got
Yeah, so what I will say is, you know what, we'll just give this to you. Yeah, Peter Porker listens, and he hears nothing. There are no vitals.
My eyes get really big.
Don't you even. She's fine. She's resting. She'll be fine. We just need to, and then I point to patients. Like, you have to help us. If you don't help us, I'll break your neck. Sorry.
We're moving beyond that now.
Sorry.
I lost it.
It's okay. The mission is still the same. Get us all back to our universes because every New York deserves to have a Spider-Man or a Spider-Person or a Spider whatever. Even if they are buried there.
That's not what's going to happen with the spider rape, though. And I apologize again. I used to be a bully, and I can smell the fear on you. So if you can just help us, and then we can help you. Like, this can't be good. These portals opening in your dimension.
Right. We have to help her.
Let's go! Right, of course. We'll do the intros as we go. And I start instinctively heading for the staircase to go downstairs.
Spider Mills doesn't even move. They just wait till she figures it out. They just wait.
Yeah.
I realize no one is following me, I assume.
Yeah. No, like...
Spiders and stairs. Okay.
Do you
I
not
mean,
have?
if you can just tell us where it is, we can swing there.
Yeah. Do you
Well,
not have access?
I
to
can
web?
swing there. She can dimension web there, and
It's pretty.
he
cool.
can ride with me.
I just don't do it anymore, but there's
Look,
no
I'm
time.
not taking stairs, friend.
There's no time. You're gonna give it a shot.
Plus, they are totally playing that card right now. They're playing the whole deck.
All right.
Patience freezes up, and Peter Porker goes, "I got you, kid."
Okay. You know what? Thunder Cabbage, thank you for the sub. I'm gonna say
He's the proportional strength of a pig.
he does. The three of you start it's like the three of you, it's nothing. You start doing your regular web slinging thing. You and Peter Porker go off. I'm gonna make you roll. I want to see quick, real fast, a quippy skills roll for Peter Porker. See how well he gets you there. I just want to see how this goes. Roll. Peter Porker's really good at what he does. You can roll 3.
Come on, Spider Ham.
I just think about how she didn't need to ride with me anymore because I was teaching her Thwip.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, death is sad, Rick.
How'd you do?
Yeah. Sadness jinx are bad for cartoons. But I got 1.
You got 1. Okay. Peter Porker does his best, but it's a rough ride. Along the way, you guys hit a couple of walls here and there. He's
assuming
Cartoonishly.
he's assuming everyone is as bounce backable as cartoons.
It's
Makes sense.
late afternoon.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, huh?
Got
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you eventually arrive at the hospital and you find your friend Claire Temple, who comes running out of some OR and takes you. It's like look like let's say you meet in an empty room that you are used to calling her to, and she comes and she looks around and she sees Spider-Ham and the dog and the mouse and everybody, and it's like, what in the hell?
Patient.
All right, just put her down over there. And she goes and she pulls out her stethoscope and starts. This isn't a patient, it's a dead person.
No, it's not. Do what you do.
How much tech knowledge do you have?
What they have at City Hospital, not bring people back from the dead technology. Besides, I don't know if you've noticed, but there are these crazy purple things appearing all over town that are causing damage wherever they appear. We're having a little bit of a rush right now. You know what?
I want to grab the defibrillator and shock Saturday.
Okay. What would that be?
It's way more effective than a defibrillator on a flat line.
You're trying to revive Saturday's like operating system, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's call that.
Because that's very specific. I'm not just doing it on the chest. It's like, no,
Yep,
I'm
you can't do that for
specifically-
someone who is
specifically
flatlined and not
made for
Call
AFib.
that a thwippy task. That sounds like you're doing something sciencey. But it's not something you've done a lot or before, so you can roll 1. You didn't design the suit. You've never used the suit. You know.
That is absolutely true. Ugh.
That was a. We said it was thwippy. You want to roll under your number? Yeah,
Yeah,
your number's
that's
4. Nope. So it doesn't work. You sit there charging this thing and blasting the suit, but Saturday seems also pretty dead.
Claire, isn't there anything you can do?
Look, resurrection is not my thing, but I know some interesting people around town. One of them might be able to help. Hang on. Let me make a phone call. And she leaves you there for a while. And let's say you guys hang
I'm
out.
crawling the walls.
You're literally crawling up.
I mean,
the wall.
I have the thwip flip that
Yeah, okay.
I do recurrently. So I thwip, use the retractor that I have to sort of pull up a little bit, and then cut and flip back, land on my wheels, and repeat the process. Flip and flip.
Right, for the three of you, this is like hanging out in a quiet room with somebody like flicking a pen over and over again
Yep.
or something.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
click.
So it's actually quite comforting.
Webb's like against the wall like this, like like looking down at the floor and stomping her foot every now and again. It's like there's a lot of tension in a like aggression that's just like
Peter Pupper
Very
has
contained.
curled up next to Spider Rave and just sleeping next to her body.
Spider-Ham decides this is a perfect moment to make some introductions.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Let's do this one more time. My name is Peter Porker, the spectacular Spider-Ham. I'm an ordinary photojournalist for the Daily Beagle, and one day I was in the middle of a pretty important battle, and I landed through this purple portal, and you all, I'm gonna be honest, you look really weird.
So, as he's introducing himself, I was mid flip, and I just, when this whole thing happens, bam, on the back of my chair. Just like, this is a thing that's happening. Okay, cool.
He makes an that noise.
And then you can flip out pretty easily.
And while you're passing the time, we're gonna say Webb, you to keep your mind occupied, you start composing a song about yourself.
oh yeah.
Why don't you sing that
Yeah.
your own theme song here for a moment while you're waiting for Claire to get back?
Okay, cool. So it's like, you know, a metal sounding version of the Spider-Man theme song. They're like, you know, he goes, Hero web, dimensional spinner, hero web, swift and strong, with much to learn. She will atone for all her wrongs. Beware! The magical hero web!
5 stars would watch.
Yes!
Yeah, and just as soon as you are finishing up your song there, the door opens and Claire sticks her head in and says, "All right, I called my friend. It'll be a minute, but if this person can't help, nobody can." And she closes the door, and at that moment, you see this silhouette float down by the window. And,
Which is where I've been looking out of.
which is where you've been looking at it.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and you see this, starts to lower before you. It is this red suit with this flowing red cape with a big turned up collar, and the window opens itself, and this person just swoops in.
This is the friend, right? This is the friend.
But Claire's not there. She has left you, and it lands.
This is a reasonable thing to say to the room anyway.
And before you is a woman who turns to you and she says, "Hello, I'm Claire's friend. My name is Wanda Maximoff. They call me Dr. Scarlet.
Alistair Walcott.
The pleasure is all mine."
Are we dressed in our outfits or?
Yeah, you are still in your
Yeah,
spider
I don't have the
costume.
mask on,
She's
but-
in street clothes, but the rest of you still have from Xander's Aunt May brought you costumes in the spider buggy. So yeah, and she looks you over.
Web.
Patience.
Hi, I'm Pax Parker.
And then Web like sighs and then pulls her thing up. Flash.
It is nice to meet you, spider heroes. And
Peter Porker here.
Felicity Flash Thompson.
And she bends down to pat Peter on the head, and she gives Peter Pupper a scratch behind the ears, and sort of waves at Squeaker Parker.
Reminds me of a duck I know.
That's right. She says, well, every universe has a sorcerer supreme, but I suspect you all already have figured that out already. I can smell it. None of you are from this universe, are you? Well, you are, but the rest of you.
We're from somewhere else. Yeah.
What
like,
was
for
your
instance-
first clue?
Like, for instance, my Sorcerer Supreme is Doctor Strange. She's pretty awesome.
Ah. And your Sorcerer Supreme is Doctor Strange. Well, in my universe, I have been Sorcerer Supreme protecting the city for several years now. We once had a Doctor Strange of our own, but he retired and asked me to take over for him, and not just anyone can wear the cape, so I had to take that responsibility.
Looks good on you. Like it's really, really Nice color palette going on.
And you see like the corners of the cape kind of like seem to like wave at you a little bit, like as if they're intelligent on their own.
Oh, nice.
Worth noting, also fairly scarlet colored, so I am kind of pulling the self compliment here.
Yeah, no, and I'll say she's got like a variation of the Doctor Strange uniform that's like scarlet in color instead of yeah, she's like, all right, let me see what I can do, and she walks over and she waves her hand over Spiderwave, and her fists sort of glow with this like blue glow, and then she sort of waves it around to you, and I sense a strange magic about all of you.
Okay.
We did come through one of the magical portals. And then before that, we were pulled through a dimensional portal. Well, each of us was against our will. So.
Huh. Fascinating. And she turns and says, well, I would love to be able to help you, but I don't think I can. I will be honest with you. I have spells that can get you where you want to go. And I have spells that might even be able to bring your friend back here. But to make them work, I would need the Eye of Agamotto. And that was stolen from me. Last year, after Spider-Man disappeared, this city experienced a crime wave. And while I was out with the other superheroes trying to keep a lid on things, someone got into the Sanctum Sanctorum and made off with the Eye of Agamotto. No easy task, mind you. And I have had no luck tracking down who. Whoever it is, they're using some sort of magic to hide it from me, and, well, they must know my tricks. But if you can find it, if you can get me the eye, I might be able to help.
All right, so we're getting the eye.
Yeah. Who's your arch nemesis?
I have many nemeses.
Who could benefit from something like that? What does it do?
Or who has enough power to actually use it?
Who needs an eye?
Uh,
Do you have, I don't know, like some kind of cyclops in your world or something who might want one?
and she does not look amused. She's better at keeping a straight face than I am.
I'm terrible at it, don't worry.
Patience is backed against the wall and turned invisible, by the way, during this conversation.
And where you're invisible, like she looks at you, as if she can still see you perfectly. And then she turns and we better get started. It's almost nightfall. And she looks at you like she knows something.
I instinctually start, like, biting my nail.
Says, all right, let's start at the scene of the crime. And she waves her hand, and there's this sort of just like blue, just flash of light around you, and suddenly you're in the Sanctum Sanctorum. And Spiderwave, the body of Spiderwave is now in a bed, and we'll say Wong is there. She's got her own Wong, and he is immediately he seems to know what to do, and he is looking over Spiderwave and making her comfortable. The body, and Dr. Scarlet turns to you and says, Wong will take care of your friend. Let me show you. And she leads you down the hallway to where the Eye of Agamotto was kept. There's a room. It's got this sort of golden vault door with these hieroglyphics in ancient languages inscribed all over it. And she waves her hand and the door opens and slides to the side. And you can see, like, in the middle, there is this pedestal that looks like it is supposed to have something on top. And the pedestal is empty.
Since we are in a very magical place, I'd like to roll to up any magic rolls that Felicity does.
Oh.
Later on, like kind of like being charged.
Okay, yeah, let's call that a thwippy skill. It's a precise action. Let's say you're seeing if you can draft off of Dr. Scarlet's magic mojo, kind of.
Yeah, like in the sanctum.
Sure, I love that. Yeah, the sanctum. Yeah, I love that. Thwippy task. You want to roll under your number.
I've done a number of
You've done some magic stuff.
You literally made the portal that we came
Yeah,
through.
you did the part. Right? Okay, well, let's
That's
roll
big
two.
magic.
You can roll 2 for this.
Okay. I got a 1.
You got a 1. Okay, so 1 success. Yes. success with cost. You can definitely your magic powers will be a little more powerful while you are in this universe. There is an aura about the sanctum, and it likes you. And Dr. Scarlet stands behind you and says, "This is where we kept the eye." And before she can finish, Wong comes running down the hall and, "Doctor," and she goes and he whispers to her and she turns back to you and she says, "Those portals, those magic portals that are opening all over the city, they're starting to cause real damage. I need to get out there. Look over the scene, see what you can figure out, find the Eye of Agamotto. I'll be back." And with that, she waves her arm and just vanishes right from the scene.
Okay. Peter Pupper should sniff for things, and Spider Wolf Man, how are you feeling about that? Good to maybe
Sniff the stuff out.
help check out the scene?
I can definitely sniff things out. Don't really know what I'm smelling. but-
Okay, why don't you roll, your nose is usually, we call that usually a thwippy skill. That is usually like a science,
Super
science.
analytical sniffing snoot.
There we go, that's a technical term on the show.
It is.
Yeah, so that is a thwippy skill. You want to roll under your number, Spider Wolf
It's a
Man is
3.
3, so you're quippy-ish. And you can roll, I mean, this is what you do, you can roll 3.
Yes.
Is Peter Pupper helping?
Oh, yeah, well, I
Is
will roll
Peter Pupper
for
helping?
Peter Pupper's
Yeah.
help. Peter Pupper, we will
Puppers
say...
are traditionally a 3.
Puppers are 3, so...
Per darling.
You said this is a thwippy skill, yeah, so over
He's a
his
dog.
number... Yeah, Peter Pupper gets 2 successes, so you can roll 4.
Yes.
Sort of get around the pedestal, start sniffing around with the pup, and you
Peter
just very quietly hear a. Oh.
Yes.
Wait, where did they go?
Yep.
Two
successes.
One is an Aunt May.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you absolutely start picking up a smell that's familiar to you, or that's semi-familiar to you. Yeah, it is something a scent you know from your own world a little bit. It's a little different, but it is very similar to a smell that you have picked up in pumpkin bombs thrown by the Green Goblin of your universe. And while you are figuring that out, a voice appears in your a voice pops into your earpiece. This is Aunt May. Do you have any questions?
Hello, Aunt May.
Hello.
I suppose best question.
Yes.
Was the person who stole this eye working alone?
Was the person who stole the eye working alone? Technically, yes. The person was working alone.
Because this wasn't like a bad unit. It's just a singular.
There was a
Villain.
singular thief.
Wonderful.
Technically.
May out.
Thank you, May.
Patience slowly approaches the empty pedestal. Just like, this is all my fault. And did you just say pumpkin out loud?
I did.
Does
Pumpkin.
that twig anything? I've been making my living taking photographs of crime scene. I kind of know most of the big players. I remember my own enemies.
Well, yeah, pumpkin. When he says pumpkin, I mean obviously pumpkin bombs are a thing that you are familiar with because your principal enemy in your time as Spider-Man was the Hobgoblin. In fact, the Hobgoblin. Well.
I've
Do you know the scent? I smell it.
it's
Does anyone else itchy?
It's the Hobgoblin. He called out Spider-Man, and
Yeah, didn't.
my brother pretended to be me. And he got dropped off a bridge for it. And
So when she said Spider-Man died in your universe.
he stayed dead. I thought it was better. But now, look what they... I don't know. Did you mean what you said about every city needing a Spider-Man?
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
yeah.
it's the only way that all of this stuff functions.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a...
I mean, it doesn't have to be a man, but like...
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a spider or anything. Just saying. Yeah, but that's a pretty heavy origin story and tragedy there. That sorry that happened to you. But this hobgoblin, can you, I don't know, concentrate really hard on this person? And I want to like put one hand on patience while they're concentrating on hobgoblin, since we have, you know, one of my things is prophetic possibilities that I can focus to magically see different paths. While she's concentrating on that, I want to do another hand to the pedestal to see if it really is hobgoblin and where...
You're pulling a Doctor Strange in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
In the Sanctum Sanctorum.
That is so cool!
I never figured out who it was. I just left it all behind after that. I'm babbling about Hobgoblin now while you do this.
Okay, that is a Thwippy task. You want to roll under your number. You can roll 3 because you're in the sanctum and have the sanctum's magic helping you out a little. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 4.
Oof, I got a 1.
That's 1 success, but I'm going to make you
Whoa,
re-roll one success.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
So I will use one of mine.
There are also a bunch of tables.
Yes,
Yeah,
never
one
let
of
him
mine.
them.
One of mine. One of the table. Because then I only have one left. So.
Wonderful.
Please.
So I'll re-roll 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, you give it your best shot, but it's still just a little outside of your magical grasp. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the city right now. Those portals disrupting use of magic and stuff. So you can't quite confirm it, but you know the pumpkin bomb smell, and Peter Pupper is just like arf woof bark bow wow.
I can follow.
And Peter Porker's pretty good with food smells too.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, he's got quite the
Oh, that's right.
schnoz.
It can float through the air.
We got 3 snoots. Let's do it.
All right.
So,
Let's roll.
what's your next move? Where are you rolling to?
We're following the snoot.
You're gonna try and just follow the smell?
Literally, the 3 of us are just not now on a warpath with our noses.
I mean, okay. Well, I mean, what I'll tell you is you've. All right. Why don't you roll roll a Thwippy task? You want to roll under your number? You can roll 3. You still have help. Thwippy, you want to roll under your number? Your number
I'm
is
going to
3.
re-roll 1. No. 1 success. Success at cost.
Okay, you follow the scent through the hallways of the Sanctum Sanctorum to a window at the end of a hallway. And when you get to the window, you can see that the masonry is, you know, kind of repaired and different. And you get the feeling that at some point the Hobgoblin took the Eye of Agamotto and glided his way right through this window and out.
Well, we found the exit point.
You doing all right there, buddy?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm fine.
You're seeming itchy and chewy.
Is
It's just, you know, like if there's like an allergen or something, we should take care of that for you.
No, not allergic. I'll be fine. Let's go! Through the window.
Oh!
You just dive out?
Yes, I've got to
Okay.
follow the trail.
I'm sorry, the trail ends at that window.
No.
That is as far as you can get, and now all you know is that the Hobgoblin escaped by air.
Well, I still very much curiously went through that window.
Yeah, you find yourself outside, just kind of on the street of New York now, like sniffing around, and you know, you can't quite pick up the scent from there.
Would I have any...
Pop back in. The trail's gone.
I don't know if there's any chance of this, but do we have any reference photographs of this street from that we could see when the change in the window happened? I guess we could just ask when they discovered the theft, but...
I mean, the stuff was a year ago.
It was a year ago.
So, I mean, this particular trail, I would say, is probably long cold by now.
Do I know any Hobgoblin's lairs?
Why don't you roll to find out what you know about your own Hobgoblin? That will be a Thwippy task. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 4. You were Spider-Man for a year. The Hobgoblin's your arch enemy.
2
2
years.
years.
Oh, 2 years, right. The Hobgoblin's your arch enemy. You also work as a reporter. I'll say you can roll 3 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 successes, 1 is an Aunt May.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 successes, 1 is an MA. What I will say is, you know, Hobgoblin, like all the goblins, has layers all over the city. You know where a lot of them are. You couldn't possibly know which one he might be at right now. But you also know that when in your time as Spider-Man, you made a bunch of contacts, and you've got stool pigeons and people who know about what's going on in the criminal underworld, and people you might be able to contact who might be able to shed some light on where Hobgoblin might be.
Is Betty Brant still on the criminal beat?
Well, Betty Brant, yes, is absolutely on the criminal beat, and considering you just saved her life on the roof of a skyscraper,
I wasn't sure if that
Yep,
was the
no,
same
I
Betty.
was-
Yeah,
yeah.
whoops.
Yep.
Yeah.
might be able to help out. And into your ear pops Aunt May. This is Aunt May. Do you have a question?
What's Betty Brant's phone number?
1-900 Betty Brant.
That is an
Weird phone
appropriate number of numbers for a number.
1-555-555-5555. Sorry.
That will at least be cheaper than calling the 900 number.
I know, right?
No, 555 numbers are very expensive now. So yeah, you have Betty Brant's number. How you doing? Nightfall. It is getting.
Is it getting
later.
nightfall?
It is. It is. Let's say now
Would we
about.
say the sun is getting?
It's
real?
about 6 p.m.
Okay.
We'll say the sun is starting to go down, but not down
Just
yet.
look up. I love you, son.
And
Does it
Hey, are you
reporter?
gonna be okay?
I'm fine. Gosh.
He said he was fine when I asked.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me. I'm sure if there were anything wrong, he'd tell us. We're friends, so that's what friends do.
Right.
So he's fine.
All right.
I've pulled Newsy Cap further down on my head.
Further.
Further
Got it.
down
And-
on my
and from-
head.
Like
from the
any of
corner
us
of the
keep
room, Wong,
secrets.
who's standing there watching this, looks at you and just shakes his head as if he knows exactly what's going on. Doesn't
Who's
say
shaking
anything.
the head at me?
Wong.
Oh, there's a reporter in my work, and she's really cute and has great criminal instincts, and she almost fell off a building earlier, but I think she's probably okay now.
Wonderful. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
No.
Can we go? Can we go out? I want to go out. Let's go.
Whoa.
Yeah. Why don't we start going? Where was it?
Well, I don't know where she is now.
But you can give her a call and
Yeah.
find out.
Let's yeah. I just
Oh, you're calling Betty Brant. Sorry, that's my ring.
I should say things when I do things.
Ring. Ring. Okay, yeah, and eventually, Brant.
Hi, Betty from earlier on the roof.
Yes.
This is Patience. We work together-ish, at the Bugle.
Oh, right. You're that photographer that Jameson hates.
That's me.
What can I do for you?
Are you okay?
Am I okay? Oh, you
The
mean
roof
from the roof?
thing.
Yeah, of course I'm okay. I mean, it was amazing. I was hanging from the side of the roof, and then this tower fell, and
Oh, that was so lucky. So I'm working on a story. Do you know where the Hobgoblin is?
do I know where the Hobgoblin is? Who am I, the Kingpin?
You're the best crime reporter at the Bugle.
Well, yes, that is true. But it's not like supervillains check in with me and keep their schedules updated.
Do you know anyone who would know? It's kind of important.
I mean, yeah, I know who would know where to find the Hobgoblin. I mean, if it was me, I would probably ask, someone like Hammerhead or Tombstone.
Do you have their phone number? Is there a
Hammerhead.
villain Discord?
Hammerhead has a social club that he runs in Lower Manhattan. Him and Tombstone are both regulars there. The club is called Get Hammered.
I have extremely never been there, yeah.
You know, I'm only telling you this because you tried to help me get up onto that tower thing. You know, it turns out I didn't need your help, but I appreciate
Yeah,
the
of course
effort.
not. Yeah, no, but, thanks. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we already met, but...
Yep, keep up the good work.
And somewhere in her office, Betty Brant just stares at the phone and hangs it up and goes back to work.
Does she know? Does she know?
No, but she knows who my Hammerhead and Tombstone, they have a club that that Hammerhead runs.
Like a over 21 club?
Like a probably no spider pigs allowed club? Yeah.
Spider Pup goes, ruff, ruff, woof, bark, bow, wow.
Well, I'm sure there's a way to like sneak them in the back or whatnot.
I think something could probably be accomplished, yeah.
Wong, they can stay here if you want.
I want to go to the club!
You
Well-
heard the pig!
Well, at least we could leave, Spider, Dog, and the mouse here.
I mean, Squeaker Barker was super helpful. Remember going through all those files?
We all go.
Squeaker
He's the
Parker
best
is a-
hacker we've
yeah,
got.
Yeah,
hacking
that's
genius.
true.
That mouse.
It's just, I really don't like
All right,
mice.
Peter Pupper is going to stay back and just keep sniffing around the sanctum and see if we can figure anything out.
Yeah, let us know.
But Peter Porker and Squeaker Parker can go.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wong,
Alright.
do you have any technology for fake IDs?
Wong, fake IDs?
Stare at you with my lovely childlike face.
I'm not 21 either. But there might be like a back door?
I mean, if we're gonna get like super technical about it, then neither am I. But I do have an idea.
So, are we all operating on the assumption here that, like, this potential lair where we're gonna find the location of a criminal is really zealous about carding?
Hey,
You're right.
I got an idea. I don't know about y'all, goody do-gooders.
Wong is just like,
I can't drink and drive, dude.
this this is not my department. Here, I can help out by maybe getting you there a little bit faster. Once you get there, you'll have to figure out how to get in on your own. Teenagers have been cracking this problem since the dawn of time. I have faith in you.
Oh, hey.
He snaps his fingers and
Like,
just shoot.
That! No!
Do you have
Why?
like, we're already there, and I'm like, psychic paper. Ah.
Yeah, and no, he didn't hear you. And you find yourself standing on the street. We'll say like you're tucked into a little side alley right around the corner from Get Hammered, and it is the four of you, and Peter Porker and Spider Mouse is riding with you.
But
Or-
Patience looks at you and goes, Jocks watch Doctor Who?
Of course. I mean,
Cool.
Anyone
totally
can fly the TARDIS.
Everyone
destroys entire species and worlds. Doctor Who's awesome.
Oh,
That's true.
she's been amazing since like the 60s.
Oh, really?
Daleks for
We
life.
just got our first female doctor in my universe.
Wonderful.
Wait, what? We just got a male doctor in my universe.
God, your universes are awesome. Though, like, to be fair, I mean, like, so who's your doctor?
John Whitaker.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sun is
Mine's
starting to go
Emma
down a
Dillon.
little bit more. It's still light, but we're saying it's summer right now, so it's a long day. And you are standing in an alley right around the corner. What would you like to do?
I would like to don this very convincing trench coat and hat.
Oh,
Peter, you've got it.
how long is that trench coat?
You are not.
Stand on my shoulders, stand on my shoulders, stand on my shoulders.
Well, isn't this the reverse way you should be doing that?
Oh.
You
Climb
can
down.
hear the little xylophone like ding 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 ding.
Yep.
Ding 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 ding. As it gets wobbly.
You see the coat shifting around. The hat just like sits on top of the
We
collar.
put the mouse on top.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's still right. Yep, bunch of different orders.
All right. Why don't we roll a thwippy task, Peter Porker. Roll under your number. You can roll 3 die because you're used to wearing your disguise.
This is definitely
Sorry,
not
over or under?
It's thwippy. You want to roll under your number?
Wait, am I holding a Peter Porker?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't. I
Yeah.
keep thinking patience, and so I'm like, of course we're.
No, you're committed
No.
now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah, why would Patience even have to worry about carding? She has camo.
That's true.
Oh, that's right. Invisibility.
One
Also
down.
has not occurred to her. She's
And I've got a fake ID.
2 down.
1 success. I'll spend a reroll. See if we can do this. And a May for Peter.
For Peter, okay, yeah, absolutely. That disguise is strangely convincing. And May pops into Peter Porker's, ear and says, "What can I do for you, Spider Ham? Got a question?"
Are you the? In my universe, you're a scientist, weren't you?
Do you have a question? Oh, is that the question?
No, shoot.
Yes, in your universe, I'm a scientist. And May out. Bye.
I haven't talked to her since I was bitten by that radioactive pig. I'll be ready next time.
All right.
So yeah, Peter Porker and you.
No one's faulting you.
You're in your disguise. You are around the corner from
Get
the
hammered.
club. From Get Hammered. Are you? What is it? You're heading in now.
Yeah.
Do you have a way in?
Oh, in a sense.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Invisible.
I'm about to kick an ADA fuss.
Okay.
Find the queen. They're so focused on they have those 4 steps up into the entrance that they're not going to remember to check my ID.
You come to the door and you see a guy. He is 6'4", sheet of muscle, standing at the door, arms folded, clearly guarding the door. Can I help you, freaks?
Yeah, sure. Where's your accessible entrance?
Accessible entrance.
Yeah, I can't go up those stairs.
What are you, like the
Do you have a
Spider...
portable ramp?
He looks at you, you all the Spider-Man fan club or something?
Hey,
Hey, don't avoid their question.
we can get drinks after our meeting of the Spider-Man fan club, right? So I'm here, and I want to go in your club, and it's the year 2119 already.
Roll a quippy task.
Yeah, let's go.
You want to roll over your number? I would assume this is something you've done before. So
You're
you can roll 3.
Oh, okay. I was going to help
I mean,
to
you
be
can still
like
help and
standing
make it
as
a 4.
muscle behind.
kind of doing that with like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
answer
Yeah.
your
Roll
question.
a roll a quippy skill. You want to roll over your number? You can roll 2.
Oh, okay.
I forgot I'm still
number is
wearing my
4.
mask.
Of course, now I roll under.
Now you roll under. Yeah. Okay.
Now I roll
so
under.
you're trying to do your best to intimidate him, but this guy, he's
But
seen
I'm
it all.
still like-
He's not easily intimidated.
Yeah. He still got me around like almost a foot high.
Yeah, so that'd be 3 successes.
Woo!
Okay, 3 successes.
This is not my first of those particular rodeos.
all right.
Which says more about society.
Yes, it does.
No need to make a fuss. All right. You can head around right the side here. There's.
All right,
Or
going
how about-
through the side door? Got it. Thank you, friend. Let's go.
And he just waves the rest of you off because
Yep.
he's so convinced he's not even checking IDs anymore.
Nice.
All right, and you go around and you enter through the side door, and in the side door you walk, and it's kind of like one of these old timey social clubs like you might see in like a Godfather movie. It's got a bar on the side and a bunch of tables, and there's sort of old gangstery looking guys sitting around talking to each other, whispering. They all kind of like look at you, and
Can I be taking pictures?
you can try.
It's just the camera floating in the air.
Can I make my camera invisible, or do I just have to be real sneaky about this?
Are you invisible?
Yes.
Yeah, that was how
I declared that
Patience was
outside.
getting it.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
yep.
I mean, Peter isn't. But yes, in theory, I'm invisible. I think I've worked out a way to make the camera invisible, but you can tell me whether I have.
You can try. You want to roll a thwippy skill? You roll under your number, precise action.
Okay.
You can roll,
I have done this before.
but you haven't done it in a while, so you can roll 2.
Okay.
You want to roll
Although,
under your
have
number?
you done it as a photographer, though? That seems like I totally won't use my spider skills, but I need this shot.
Hiding parts are the only parts I use. 2 successes. 1 is an Aunt May.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, your camera's invisible and you can take some shots. And I'll say with your 2 successes, you look around the room and you can see some familiar underworld figures of your universe. And you spot at a table in the corner, there is you recognize a very well-known underworld figure named Wesley, who you know is an associate of the Kingpin. From Star Trek. And yes, Wesley from Star Trek. It's Wesley Crusher. Yeah.
Wesley.
It does sound like a great supervillain name. Yeah. It out.
And he is talking with somebody you absolutely recognize as Tombstone, who is a very large guy with just corpse white skin and blue hair, and they are kind of whispering to each other and don't really seem interested in you at all.
All right. Tombstone's over there talking to the owl.
Where's Hammerhead, though? I think I want to search for him. Makes sense for us to try to hit them both for the location of Hobgoblin.
I mean, if this is Hammerhead's club, then, like, maybe there's a back room or an office or something that he would be working. I don't know. I don't go to bars.
Peek out
Yeah, well, I go all
through
the
trench
time,
coat.
so...
Peeking out, okay, you're looking around.
Just not, yeah, just, you're talking about clocking villains now, so now I'm part of the conversation.
Oh!
Hello, how's everything going up there? It's getting quite stuffy under here.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Wiggle.
Oh, that doesn't make it better.
Oh, I thought it would move the air, you know. Do you want to turn?
Just sort of doing this to air out the space.
Okay, while you're talking, more and more people in the club seem to start taking notice of you.
Quick, do a bar thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I go to bars all the time. I know
Exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
you're the one who knows what's going on.
I know exactly what to
Exactly.
do.
So do it now. They're all looking.
And I'll say, do you want to try something? Or
Yeah.
Please let me put Web on the
Flash.
spot.
Flash walks over to the speakeasy like jukebox that they have. Puts in a quarter and hits the jukebox.
Okay, do me a favor. Roll quippy skill. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 1 die. You're trying to. Well, you're like a jock kind of. You can roll 2 die. You've punched a jukebox before.
Oh, come on, rolls. This is just bad.
Oh,
It's not a bad failure.
by the way,
though.
hang on. Dark of Nate sent a reroll to me.
Of course.
KB Tibbs sent a reroll to me. Orion Lightning sent a reroll to Amy. Shovexani sent a reroll to Amy. DJ Who sent a reroll to Markia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Thunder Cabbage sent a reroll to me.
Look, I
KB2 sent Tibbs sent 2 to me.
expect this from Dark of Nate. Yeah, see, every
Thank you,
time you
Tibbs.
hand them off,
Thank you,
now
Tibbs.
you know how it feels.
It's good for storytelling. It's good for conflict. Conflict just makes good stories.
bad for dragon ladies.
Okay, so now
Not for that you
since I have 2 rerolls now, I'll use them both to reroll this.
You're gonna read them both to reroll, and you're trying to hit the jukebox.
Yes!
Okay, sure, go for
We're
it.
gonna happy days this.
Go for it.
I don't know what that means.
For those who don't know what it means, Fonzie,
Double success.
Fonzie used to punch
Thank
the
you for that
jukebox and get
reroll.
exactly whatever song he wanted just by hitting the side of it. What song did you want?
Fancy.
Ooh. Well, I guess this is an alternate universe, right? So it's like I'm not certain if the same music would
What
be.
song were you hoping was going to come on?
The Michael Bublé cover of the Spider-Man theme?
Oh, dear God. I'm going to have to say yes to that.
And that is exactly what comes on, just like you wanted. And everyone in the bar...
like
It
Web,
fit a speakeasy thing to have a jazz cover.
yeah, Web snaps along and does like a cool little dance move to it.
And as soon as that music comes on,
And grabs somebody's hat.
there's like a
Yeah.
door in the back that just opens, and you see a figure you know as Hammerhead sticks his head out and looks around, and he's like, "What? Who is playing Spider-Man music?"
Gotcha.
Peter Parker's dancing because there's a version by Michael Bublé, who is a fish singer.
Yes!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And Hammerhead walks out and just, what is going on here? Who are you guys? What are you doing in my club? And all of a sudden, everybody quiets
Invisible
down.
patient
And,
says,
is now watching.
We're guests!
You're not invited.
Why did we think this was a good idea?
I feel pretty invited.
We are, we've heard that Hobgoblin was planning on taking over your club for his own uses. And we decided that we wanted to help you keep the status quo for that not to happen.
Okay. Roll a
Peter Berger starts
quippy.
aggressively nodding behind you.
Roll a quippy skill. You want to roll over your number. You
We'll
can
see how this
roll
goes.
2.
Okay. Okay, that didn't count. What's my number? 4?
Your number's your number is 4. It's quippy. You want to roll over your number.
2 no's.
2 no's.
That's 2 under my nose.
So he's just like silence.
I'm gonna get some new dice. So if you could just hand me that.
He
From the cursed cup.
he sort of waves his arm at you, and he starts to say, he starts to be like, I don't know who you think you, and you, meanwhile, are watching outside as you see the last vestiges of the sun start disappearing.
Through my tiny.
through- And what starts happening as the sun goes down?
Is your stomach growling?
Hey, what's that smell? Y'all smell that?
It's like earthy and animal-y.
You just hear, no, 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 no. And then, unfortunately, I imagine you get quite bucked off. As full sort of like classic Wolfman transformation starts happening as Alistair is just sort of shouting, God, I haven't done this in front of people in so long, this is so embarrassing. And the outfit stretches with him as a full Wolfman teenager, so not quite massive, but bulky, big football player shape. Wolf kid, still in the nosy hat. The outfit is still grows with him, and he has 8 tails. Full Wolfman.
Whoa. Mixed
just
with
sort of-
Vulpix. Can I take advantage of the wild distraction this is providing to grab Hammerhead and duck off into a side room or corner?
We'll get back to that in a
Okay.
second.
Patience, to be clear? Patience.
Cool.
Now, giant Wolfman spider in the middle of the dance floor.
Okay, and
Right down
awesome.
at Hammerhead.
that was awesome. Thank you, Posh Panda.
And shink! Right over the paws.
And Hammerhead's like, oh, you think you scare me, do ya? He's like, well, you know what? We got one of them too. And he's, John! And the bouncer walks over, and the bouncer comes over looking all tough with his arms folded and extends his arms all of a sudden as he starts growing this thick gray hair and getting stronger and taller. And Hammerhead's like, meet my bouncer, John Jameson, also known as the Man-Wolf. And Man-Wolf, this huge towering werewolf creature, just stands over you, ready for combat. And he's like, John, take her. And he's like, Tombstone, you know what to do. And Tombstone jumps up from the table and just like in a second is standing between the three of you. And he's like, all right, who's first?
I'm gonna sucker punch him while I'm still invisible.
Which one?
The
The Wolfman?
Wolfman is on you.
Wonderful.
It's a Wolfman to Wolfman battle right now.
Webb goes, you are Buttercup, and does the interdimensional webbing to freeze Tombstone in place.
All right, you're gonna try and punch Tombstone, and you're gonna try and freeze him in place.
Like the web.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm keeping eyes on Hammerhead. So if and when he tries to make some weird move,
Okay.
because I have full trust in their capacity for kick ass.
Okay,
And
absolutely.
kicking's not my specialty.
All right. So what are you doing? Man Wolf is hung over you and
Yeah.
you know, does not look afraid of you. He's sort of just like goading you.
Likewise. You think you're the first wolf I've taken down?
Okay.
And I'm going to jump up to the roof. Shink.
Oh, okay. You're trying to get out of his way, or you're trying to just like get in a position.
Oh, I'm getting into a specific position. You
Okay.
let me know when I'm allowed to attack.
Okay.
That's just where I'm headed, and we'll see if this person decides to follow me, if they're chicken.
All right.
Oh.
All right. You're gonna roll Quippy. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 3. Jumping around and doing wolf stuff is your thing, and you're in full wolf mode. You are trying to interdimensionally web tombstone,
Which I do a lot.
which you do a lot. You can roll. You've done it a lot now. You can roll 3, and that is, what did we say? That's a thwippy task. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 4. You are trying to sucker punch him.
I want to stay invisible if possible, but while I'm invisible and therefore have some advantage, I want to sneak attack somebody.
Okay, let's call that, that is also a quippy skill. You want to roll over your number. You can roll, punching is well within your Spider-Man skill set. You can roll 3.
2 successes.
2 successes, and you there, Spider Wheels, I want you to roll, 2 to see how you keep an eye on Hammerhead. You want to roll under your number, it's Thwippy.
Fuck me.
Alright, so you got 2 successes?
2 successes.
How did you do?
2 successes.
How did you do?
3 successes, 2 of them are miss.
Oh my god, how did you do?
None successes! Left beef.
Okay, by the way, Posh Panda sends their reroll to Gina.
Thank you, Posh Panda.
Thank you, Posh Panda. Thank you, everybody.
I'll burn a reroll to
You're
try to
burn a
like
reroll?
at least attempt the statistically unlikely, which behaves according to statistics.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. So yeah. Absolutely. You shoot up to the ceiling and exactly like lock into place. Let's say you cast an interdimensional web that like kind of gets Tombstone, and he's like, "What the hell? What is?" And while he's struggling with it, you are invisible. Just get this awesome clear shot, and you punch him. And with 3 successes, you said,
Yeah.
with 3 successes, like you just crack Tombstone like right across, and he like not seeing this coming because you're invisible. It's just like you know your Spider-Man punch. It's like hitting with a dump truck that was invisible, and he just goes right down like out
those invisible dump trucks.
cold.
Well, you've been saving that up, huh?
It's been a while.
You are so entertained by watching, you know, all of a sudden Tombstone just go like you sort of laugh, and when you turn around,
I'm like, eyes on him. Whoa, Patience, I didn't know I had that in you.
yep, as soon as you turn around, Hammerhead's kind of you know gone. You are up on the ceiling, and Man Wolf looks at you, and it's sort of like reaching and like jumping at you.
I know what I'm going to do.
What would you like to do?
So I'm up on the roof. I'm enjoying my time. I'm going to dive at this disco ball, swing it around my head, and as I come down, smash it on his head.
Okay, let's call that a quippy task. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 3. Your number is your number's 3.
3.
Yeah.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, yeah.
And one is Aunt May.
Oh, right. You had 2 Aunt Mays too. All right, hang on. Aunt May
Conference
pops
call.
into your earpiece. Yes. Can I help you, Spider-Man?
Does Hammerhead know where Hobgoblin is?
He does.
Where's Hammerhead?
Hammerhead is hiding in the back room right now, in a secret compartment in the floor.
Thanks.
You roll. You had rolled what?
2 successes.
2 successes. Yeah. Okay. You come right down on Manwolf and you smash him over the head with that disco ball, just like you had said. And Manwolf just kind of growls and shakes it off. It clearly hurt him. You have a lot of strength, but he's not quite down. And he goes and he lunges to take a shot at you. Why don't you roll a quippy task? You can roll the same 3 to see if you can sort of dodge or if you take the hit. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 3.
I will reroll 1. I have 1 success right now. 2 successes, 1 is an Aunt May. Technically, I have 2 questions to Aunt May.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely. You just Spider-Man your way right out of that charging man-wolf. And
Sort of
as you're
just
doing that,
fencing with my claws.
yeah, Aunt May pops into your ear and
Foiled
is
again.
like, this is Aunt May. Do you have a question?
Hello, Aunt May.
Hello.
I was wondering,
Yes.
how many more enemies in this crowd are going to attack?
None.
None.
The rest
Wonderful.
the rest of these gangsters know when they're outclassed, and if Tombstone and Manwolf can't handle you, they definitely can't.
Does this wolf man that I'm currently fighting have any pups of his own?
Manwolf, he is the son of J. Jonah Jameson. He, in this universe, does not have any children.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Yes.
And is not an astronaut.
No.
Flunked out of astronaut school.
In this universe, he's a gangster.
Outclassed or not.
Or a bouncer for
No.
gangsters. So yeah, you totally miss, and he goes and punches a wall, and now he's got his back to you. You are all, by the way, watching this now too. Did anybody want to? I mean, do you want to finish this fight, or do you want to?
head for Hammerhead? 'cause
Yeah,
I was-
have you said the thing about Hammerhead? Because
No.
yeah.
So patients will say, Hammerhead's in back hiding in a compartment in the floor, like whispering to you, still invisible.
I'm on it.
And Peter Porker will march across that floor to take a big old swing at this sad excuse for an animal.
Webb is following Spidey Wheels.
Okay. You head towards the back room. Manwolf has got his back to you as he just missed big time trying to hit you.
Yes. His back is to me, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to jump on the back in a sort of headlock position. Run my claws along his head. Not scalping him. Cutting the hair off.
Okay.
That's a close shave.
Yes, I'm cutting his hair off. As I'm just squeezing tighter, and I'm just saying, with as much power and strength as you have, you could be doing good, and not killing. I want to knock him out.
Okay. Roll
hold.
quippy
Sleeper
task.
hold.
You can roll.
I was
2.
like you. You can be better.
Ooh. Okay. You can roll 2. You want to roll over your number. It's a quippy task. Your number is 3.
Yeah.
And the reason it's 2 is because he is now sort of thrashing for his life with all his strength as you're doing like one of these choke hold things.
Yeah.
on
Is there
him.
any chance you get an assist from Peter Porker saying sad excuse for an animal?
Peter Porker, roll
That is
quippy.
literally a quippy.
Roll quippy.
Yeah.
You can roll 3 over your number.
I just really want this to work.
No,
Your
yeah,
number,
good
Peter,
call,
is
good
2.
call, good call. It's such a good line. We have to support it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
yes, yes, yes,
two
yes, yes.
successes.
Three successes.
So you can roll 3.
Okay.
Manwolf is thrashing.
And this is still a quippy for me, or is this
quippy for
considered
you.
a thwippy? Since
Hey,
I'm...
Craven,
Since it's a
Craven the
specific
Pally.
alley.
Thanks for the show.
Thank you.
Um,
I couldn't
wait,
remember if you said it was
Covrin.
quippy or
Oh,
or
quippy,
Covrin.
yeah.
Quippy.
Covrin.
Okay.
Yep, you're rolling 3. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 3. That is
I'm going to roll 2.
1 success.
That was. Ooh. Still only.
You're not howling.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
You owe us 2 howls,
Okay.
so let's say.
As I'm doing one more. Let's see. I'm going to roll a different die.
I might make this a tier every week, whether or not she...
Valid.
Woo. No, it's
1?
still one success. What do you all think? I
Okay.
got 2 left.
Yeah,
I'll do
it's
one more.
awesome. Go be awesome.
We're
Yeah,
gonna take
we
one more.
got a
We
bunch
gotta
to
take ones
do.
too.
Yeah, of course. I'm still going to
And
do
studies show that
one more.
people love Gina.
It's true.
All right. Come on.
Science.
Just one
Sit
quiet. Oh. 3.
Yay!
And then Aunt May.
Okay, so what I will say is, you said 2 successes?
2 successes.
2 successes. Well, you get the job done. Manwolf sort of struggles and he tries hitting you against walls and getting you off his back, but he starts slowing and eventually kind of
Nothing
falls
is
to
as
his
painful
knees.
as transformation.
And as he's passing out, a voice pops into your ear. It's this is Aunt May. Do you have any questions, Alistair?
Let's see.
I don't have all bloody day.
I know, I'm so
Oh wait, I'm not
sorry.
English. Never mind.
You aren't even in my universe.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm definitely not English.
No, you were born much, much later than I am. Let's see, where... I don't know. I don't know.
All right, you can pass on your question.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Does anyone else like to speak to Aunt May? I have her on the phone.
I could ask her what Domino's pastry means.
Sure. Aunt May, what the hell is a domino pastry?
Dark of Nate, thank you.
Dark of Nate. You agent of chaos.
600.
Aunt May says, you know, I have been doing some work on those anagrams, Domino's pastry and daytime sponsor.
Yes.
I've ran it through all the systems, and I think I have the solution. I mean, I can't be sure. You can actually make a lot of words out of these letters, but
Because it feels like we've been working on this for a while. So
have you? Do
one of us-
any of you know it?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you take it then? May out.
Oh, I was just gonna wait till it came up at a plot convenient moment because my character's maybe not the smartest.
No, this works.
No,
You got
I
it?
totally got it. Too many spiders.
Ah.
All of these Spiderverse full of spiders. Too many spiders.
Too many spiders.
Yeah.
And
That's not ominous.
while that sinks in, the three of you head into the back room.
As long as Dr. Scarlet
Yeah.
doesn't like no more
Along the
spiders.
way,
Yeah.
Webb grabs 3 empty bottles.
3 empty bottles?
3 empty, like, Coke bottles.
Are you doing like Warriors Come Out to
Yes.
Play?
And when we're in Hammerhead's office, Hammerhead, come out to play.
Oh my god, that's some cold shit. Okay,
Yeah.
while you are taunting Hammerhead, you're standing in the hallway and you start doing that, and all of a sudden, the door to the men's room flies open, and out of the men's room waddles a penguin
Chaos. Penguin.
wearing a messenger hat and carrying a little messenger bag, and you.
And it's obviously Penguin Stacy.
It is Penguin Stacy, yes.
Good.
And Penguin Stacy has a bunch of messages for you.
Howdy do, man.
And the first one is from Tatzelfess, who says, anyone can wear the mask, but I love how it looks on all of you. Good luck on your thwippy and quippy endeavors. Thank you, Tatzelfess. And Strangely Raider says, sorry I cannot donate this week, but thank you all for the entertainment. Our hearts are yours, Fate Tempters. No apologies necessary to anyone ever for that. We appreciate everything we get, but we love everybody just joining us. Oh my god! Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, I'm not mad at you giving your reroll to Rick anymore.
Both of your rerolls.
I love you. And Dark of Nate says, congrats to Amy for joining the Spider Fam. This is part 3, so I assume we're getting Venom and Sandman this time. Then again, maybe
that's
we're better
funny.
off forgetting that one. Have
We had a
fun.
dance.
Sam
Maybe
is
we should
not
have
a
Amy
man.
do the spider
You don't
dance.
have Sam man.
Sandman.
No, we totally had a dance though.
Oh, we did.
We did.
And Kai says, they all have swung into our lives through our devices. It's the best thing to watch while resting my leg and chilling. I hope everything's okay. with
Feel
that.
better.
Happy heels, my friend.
Rest well.
And PFW Scott says, Spider pals, spider puns, we know they are the greatest ones. All these friends are the best. Soon they'll squash all their threats. Oh yeah, props to the spider pals.
Yay!
Well done.
Excellent.
While he's there, the penguin's got a reroll from Craven the Pally for Gina.
Thank you.
And then the penguin
Validated.
opens the men's room door, and you see him run up, bounce through the men's room window, spread his penguin wings, and soar majestically
Majestic.
out the open window. Yeah, it's just you don't remember the last time you've been moved by beauty like this. And the penguin sort of just disappears.
Hey, the penguins in this dimension are awesome.
We're gonna resume in a second, but the first we did something in the first week. Everybody had to tell me that they love me until I really believed it. In which case, I can tell them that's a copy. This is I don't want to spoil or anything, but there's a charming moment in the Spiderverse movie between Miles Morales and his father. This is an
It's in the
homage.
trailer.
It's in the trailer, right?
In the trailer.
Miles' father is sort of on the police radio making Miles tell him he loves him in front of all of his classmates right in front of school. And we did this in week 1, and of course there's no reason that Amy Dowling should have to escape this fate. So say it, come on, Amy.
Dad!
Say it.
You, Dad.
No, I don't believe. You gotta make me believe it. Say it like you mean it.
I love you, Dad.
No. Nope.
I love you, Rick.
Oh. All right. That's a copy.
What about Peter Porker?
I love you, Rick.
Oh, I definitely believe that. That is a big copy.
Solid copy.
10-4, pig buddy. Yeah, and the penguin disappears, and on that, yeah, you are doing your hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
Oh yeah.
Come out to play.
And there's just nothing from inside. Just silence.
I wanna break the door in the floor.
Okay. Let's make those both one roll. We'll call it quippy. You want to roll over your number.
Yeah.
Breaking stuff is pretty well within your skill set. You can roll 3.
So what I'm doing is I've done that thwip and flip vertically a bunch of times, just kind of. But like, if you want to generate more force, you need more acceleration. So I'm going to thwip across the room diagonally, like toward the ceiling. Thwip up, start to drop, and then thwip back toward the floor. So I go through at high speed.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's awesome. Roll 3, that's quippy. You want to roll over your number. Your number packs is a 2.
Yeah, that would be 3 successes, one of which is an Aunt May.
Yeah, so that is absolutely going to work. You, exactly like you described.
Move fast and break things. That is dang, that's Pax.
Yeah, and the 3 of you just watch as Pax just flawlessly executes this maneuver and goes shooting through the door, like breaking the door, breaking the floor.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you.
Oh wow!
Thank you again. Thank you everybody. Y'all have been incredible tonight. Thank you. I have no idea what Dom has got in the thing now.
I mean, look, I don't know if this has anything to do with Dom. I'm just putting that out there.
People, you know what I think? I think
Studies show.
people like Peter Porker.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
A smoke beard.
Oh my god!
Beard.
Oh my god! Thank you everybody. Oh my god! Thank you, smoke
I
beard.
feel validated now.
Oh,
Clearly.
Thank you. Oh my god. So yeah, absolutely. You go just crashing through the floor, and when the dust clears, you see that there is this tiny little panic space beneath the floor, and Hammerhead is sitting in it, and it's all like ripped open now, and he's just terrified.
Web
He's
sticks her head in and does the bottles again.
What do you want?
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
You know where he is, and we want that information now. And then on the now, reaches in, does a dimensional webbing, and yanks him out of the hole.
Okay, you're trying to intimidate him. That's a quippy task. You want to roll over your number. I'll say you can roll 2.
May I
and
assist from my...
You know what? I am going to give you the assist anyway. You can roll a 3rd because they rolled 3 and scared the holy living crap out of Hammerhead. With
I do have an Aunt May.
Oh, and you have an Aunt May. Okay.
As that's done.
Oh, I got my number.
Okay.
So I got
you
one
want me to
success.
1 success. Okay.
My
hang on.
number.
We will get back
I don't
to
have
that.
any rerolls.
While you are making intimidating faces at Hammerhead, Aunt May pops into your piece.
just for that
Aunt
hand
May,
come out.
can I? You have a question?
Hey, Aunt May. Does Hobgoblin have any known associates of the arcane persuasion? Someone who might actually be able to use the Eye of Agamotto if they stole it.
No. As far as I know, Hobgoblin in this universe mostly functions as sort of a high-tech thief and arms dealer. He steals weapons by contract for other criminals.
Might be
Got
when
it.
everything's messed up.
Well-
Because he doesn't know how to work it right.
Well, but this also contextualizes the technically working alone if it was on contract.
They remember everything.
They take notes.
May out. And yeah, May disappears. Hammerhead is, you got 1 success?
1 success.
Okay, Hammerhead is intimidated enough. That's success with cost. Okay, so Hammerhead, all right, fine. I know where Hobgoblin is. If I tell you, will you get out and leave me alone and never come back here?
Tell us, we'll see.
Yes, no.
Hey, that's 2 yeses. That's more than I would have given you.
Fine. Hobgoblin has a lair. It is in an abandoned subway tunnel that was dug as part of the 2nd Avenue subway back in the 70s. It was sealed off when the project went under. Hobgoblin's been using it for months. And this links up with what you know. You know Hobgoblin did have something in that area long ago. It's like,
So, are we
now
good with this?
go!
Anything else for you?
Especially you! And they point with your things.
I take his wallet.
You take his wallet? That's so mean! Okay, yeah.
And then
You need a new disco ball.
Be like, guess who's gonna have to wait at the DMV for 3+ hours for a new ID?
Diabolical!
He just sits down in his hidey hole, which is now totally open, and just folds his arms, looking really frustrated.
I get visible again, and as I'm walking away, I turn, but like not so he can see my face, and I'm a little rusty, but the best I can of the voice I used to do, and be like, you might see us again.
So someone's coming back.
See, I left the door open in case you wanted to intimidate him again. All right.
Well, I think our work here is done.
And Hammerhead's just like, he just cannot wait for this to be over. Please, just go!
Yeah, dude, this is totally covered under your insurance.
Yeah, I drop the bottles in the hole and recycle.
Oh! Valid.
Yes, we leave.
By the way, quick Rick question.
Yeah.
Is the 2nd Avenue closed tunnel that was a 70s project like an extant thing in the city? Like, is that New York facts that I just don't know? Or
That's a real thing.
cool. Just wanted.
I think they're digging that they're working on the Second Avenue subway again, so I believe that stuff is all now opened and being worked on. But for decades, that there was a half-dug subway tunnel underneath the east side.
I just like to be clear on what might be a plot thread and what's a thing about a city I don't know.
This is both.
Valid. But
Yeah.
I don't want to get into building permits and shit if I don't have to.
Well, it's wild to watch Spider-Man movies around Rick, because I could ditch lore like Daredevil do or whatever, where you can just be like, what that? And he's like, oh, there's a pizza place there by Daredevil's. And, of course there's a bodega cat. There's always a bodega cat.
I lived in Hell's Kitchen for 10 years, like watching Daredevil, just bounce around all those streets that I know. It's like, it's...
And you wonder why I pull up Google Maps whenever we go to New York-based stories.
So it's like, I assume you are leaving now, and okay, so what are you doing? You're heading over to the 2nd Avenue subway?
Yeah.
I guess we gotta find him, and then we gotta find out who he was stealing it for.
Yeah.
Yeah, because no way it was him then.
No, it had to have been on contract, most likely.
All right, I will say that you make your way over to 2nd Avenue, and...
How is Spider Wolfman doing? BT Dubses.
Well, they look quite embarrassed, I will say. They keep fidgeting with you've seen them sort of fish their ears through the cap. There are definitely seams there that have been pre-sewn in that no one noticed before, where the ears now fit. Looks fluctuates between confidence, overly confident, and overly embarrassed, like a teenager who's perpetually stuck that way.
Spider-Ham just is glued
I
to
love
you.
Spider-Wolfman.
Spider-Ham is just like, I think you look fabulous. How did you get your hat to do that?
Well, I got a sewing machine.
That's
Sorry.
fantastic.
My
I have a
voice
friend.
keeps changing.
My friend Captain America could totally trade sewing tips with you.
That would be wonderful, actually. I've got a whole sewing room back at the mansion. It's quite lovely. And as I'm walking, just this massive, sort of hunched wolf man. And
Spider-Ham is way more comfortable now that there's
Right.
more.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is a
And
very
they're more
reasonable
of
shape
a
for a spider
talking
person.
animal
Yeah.
person, yeah.
Patience. Yeah. Do you have werewolves? Is it normal werewolves on the street?
Not so much.
Okay.
Well, none of this is exactly normal. Actually, how many werewolves do we have running around? We had Manwolf, obviously.
You have Manwolf.
Manwolf.
I'll leave it at that. Just like the typical Spider-Man
The known
universe.
quantity.
Manwolf is a known
Yeah.
supervillain. After
Yeah.
that, I don't know.
Unknown quantities.
Yeah, unknown quantities.
A few living vampires, werewolf by night, a couple.
Oh, right, Werewolf by Night.
Not like a ton.
That
I
actually
do
makes me feel
actually-
better.
I might need to make one stop.
Oh.
Where do you need to go?
What's up?
If I'm gonna see a Hobgoblin again, I probably don't want to show up in my own face.
Oh yeah, you'll need your suit. Yeah?
Where is it?
Hey, one thing that all of us do have in common is that there was a great loss that we did because of our own actions or inaction.
Yeah?
If anybody understands, we get it. We do.
I lost my aunt. I took my eyes off her for a second just to look back to see if they were chasing us, and should never have looked back.
I've lost many people. I've been alive a long time. Most everyone I've ever loved has passed on from me. And I wasn't always able to control myself.
I didn't do the right thing, and the kid that I bullied like forever tried to do the right thing instead, and he ended up dying, and his uncle. And that was on me.
The scientists who created... Oh, yeah.
A cat? Really?
Goblin cat.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh.
Peter Porker pulls a giant handkerchief out of his pocket and blows his nose so loudly.
With great power does come great squeakability. You're right, Spider Mouse.
That's just what I believe. And you hear this voice from nowhere, and then you look around, and all of your spider senses start going off a little bit as you sort of sense
The hairs on the back of my neck stick up.
the presence of another spider hero, and all of a sudden materializing in front of you from the invisibility that you recognize as a power similar to your own. There is a Spider-Man in full costume. It's a black costume. It's got a sort of graffitied spider symbol on the front of it. And he drops in and he's like, "I'm Spider-Man. Nice to meet you."
Wow, that's a pretty deep voice.
Yeah, you're doing the voice so good.
"I'm not doing a voice. What are you talking about? I'm a totally grown man."
I don't know, it just kind of sounds like you're doing a voice.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
Or do you need a glass of water? Like...
All right,
really
fine.
hard
I'm doing
time
a
with
voice. And he pulls off his head. He's like,
His head pulls off.
his head. He pulls off his head. I was gonna say he pulls off his hat. I know words and how to talk. Yeah. He pulls off his mask, and you find yourself looking at 16-year-old boy who kind of looks around and he's like, "I lost someone too. My name's Miles."
Patience.
And he reaches out, shake your hand.
Pax.
and do the flash.
Alistair.
Are you doing the voice too?
No.
Oh.
Only once a month.
Does Peter Porker recognize Miles?
Does Peter Parker recognize Miles? Yeah, absolutely.
Buddy!
Hey, you're here too. Were you also? I was.
Purple portal?
Yes, I was doing a thing, and then this purple portal just opened in the middle of nowhere, and I came flying through it.
Peter Porker's purple portals, right?
I mean,
Plenty perplexing.
all right, look.
Appreciate you.
This has been a little bit of a thing for me. I flew through this purple portal a couple of days ago. God damn, I had to make them purple.
Right?
Well, not purple portal. Ah, okay, that is actually hard.
Yeah.
That phrase "purple portal" is a monster. Purple portal. Purple portal.
Purple portal.
Purple portal. Yes. No,
Really
okay.
difficult in an accent.
Yeah, so yeah, no.
That's real.
Miles just like,
Portal. Portal.
This is our show now.
Spiders in
this
the
is gonna be the next hour. We're just the purple portal.
Next
stuff.
year, make them stop.
No, they probably make us start rhyming.
Not again.
Don't put that in their head.
I didn't say anything.
Miles, he looks around at you and he's like, I flew through this portal, and I found myself in another world with another Spider-Man, and then I flew through a second portal and found myself in another world with another spider hero. It's been happening all day. You know what? I think I'm figuring something out as I go from world to world and gather the stories of different Spider-Men. Something is happening universe-wide. Jesse Leaf! Thank you! Hello, Jesse! Something is happening multiverse-wide. There is some sort of strange event going on, and I don't really have a full picture, but it seems that spots from all over the multiverse have been pulling spider heroes from all over the multiverse out of their own universes, gathering them in groups, and then they're disappearing, the spider heroes. I don't know how you got away. You are the first group that I've met who are all displaced like I am. What happened?
Spider Goblin took out Spot in the dimension that we were in before.
Spider Goblin. I don't even want to ask about that.
Yeah, no, it's a whole
Valid.
thing. Like Norman Osborn.
So it was a Spot. Spot brought you here?
Well, no, here I kind of manipulated a magical portal that was on top of the Baxter building that I think Dr. Doom might have opened.
Mayor Doom.
Mayor Doom.
Doom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a male. That was weird.
Huh. Miles sort of scratches his head. He's like, I can't figure out what's going on. I can't figure out the connection between the spots and these strange portals that are appearing everywhere now.
Well, the Sorcerer Supreme of this dimension lost the Eye of Agamotto. That's what we're trying to find now.
Maybe if you help us, we can try to find your hiding spot.
I'd love to help you, but I have a feeling right now I just need to be watching over the multiverse. Someone's got to hop through these portals and warn the other spider heroes.
I'm going to try to spot the difference.
That's valid.
And he looks at you, and you see him trying to suppress a smile. And he's like, "This is no joking time."
Copy that.
It's like,
Yeah, we're very serious spider heroes. Or heroes in general.
Meanwhile, Peter Parker's leaning and going, "You look just like that kid, Miles Morrabbit."
it's like Miles Morales, it's me, Peter. Don't you remember we did the? Oh, never mind. He's like, look, and he gets down on one knee next to Peter Parker, and he's like, keep an eye on this crew. They look a little to me.
I got you.
I know you're the best. And he winks at Peter, and then he gets up and he's like, all right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go see what I can do about warning the other spider heroes. Maybe we can all work together and turn this thing around somehow. You pursue this Eye of Agamotto. Maybe your Sorcerer Supreme can do something. I don't know, but good luck. And he turns around and, yeah?
Your shoes untied.
And he looks down at his shoes and looks up. Eh?
It's a choice.
And he makes a weird face at you. And he sort of looks a little embarrassed and then turns around and shoots a web up at a building, and you see him pull himself into the air, and he goes flying up into the air, and as he disappears, you see like there's just like a portal hovering in midair, and he zips right through it.
I like that kid.
And I will say, just for the sake of everything Miles told you is 100% on. You don't have to doubt him.
of course.
He
of
is
course.
Miles.
It's Miles.
Yes.
Wouldn't like
Okay.
us.
Yeah. We felt right away. It was like,
Yes, you
I
felt
somehow
it.
trust him.
It is
Yeah.
him. He gets benefit of the doubt.
trustworthy and relatable.
So yeah, you are now on the 2nd Avenue subway, and or you are out on the street near,
Yep.
let's say,
Yeah, because
the,
it's only 12.
it is not easy to get in. The subway tunnels have been sealed. You will probably have to
Have
find a way in.
A burrowing friend.
Yeah. Who that's their total skill set.
It's their exact thing.
Okay,
Dig,
you're
dig,
gonna
dig.
dig? Okay, why don't you make a roll?
It's gonna be a big dig.
Big dig.
Yeah, but it's what you do.
Big.
You've done it before.
dig.
Big
Gotcha.
Big dig.
Okay.
Big dig energy.
Big dig
There it
energy.
is.
Dig energy.
There it is.
Wow. Oh my
Sorry.
god.
No, I appreciate you building them.
Amy Dowling jokes. Let us know what you're thinking. Okay, so
I'd
that's
like
a
to sort of-
quippy skill you want to roll under your number. Digging is your
Yes.
thing. You can roll 3, and you're just going to try and sort of dig down,
No, I'm not digging down. I'm digging sort of diagonally in a leisurely pace.
like into the street.
Thank you,
Yes.
buddy.
Okay, go for it.
I see you and
Digging a
appreciate
ramp
you.
safely.
You can roll 3.
Yep.
You want to roll over your number. Your number is 3.
3 successes.
Wow.
See, that not only makes it a successful tunnel, but the ramp slope's ADA compliant. Unlike villains.
3 successes. This ramp is smoother than the one at Hammerhead's Club. It's like it's 3
I'm in
successes.
Wolf
It's
now.
like
This
yeah,
is-
you're
Yeah.
Twice the claws.
you're
to
paving
dig.
that thing as you
Nice.
go. Yeah. But actually,
As I'm digging down very successfully, my 8 tails are sweeping the path behind me to clear the way.
but here's what happens. First, you dig through the street a little
We
bit.
grabbed your suit by this point, right?
Oh, you wanted to
Right.
get a suit.
Yeah, that was a.
Did
Okay.
I have an old
Pause
stash
the dig.
anywhere
This
on the
will
way?
take me a while. Go about
Yes.
your business.
I will say you used to hide suits around New York as Spider-Man is known to do in case you needed a quick change of clothes. And I will say you find a suit. Tell you what, roll quippy dice. You want to roll over your number, you can roll 2.
Okay.
I got 1.
Okay, you got
Go for
one. You find a stash, but that stash is it is a over the counter Spider-Man t-shirt and a paper grocery bag, paper bag head with the eyes cut out. Yep. Okay, so you are paper bag head Spider-Man, right?
The real one was destroyed in the zoot suit riot.
And
So
you
that's your suit?
Well, I'm kind of improvising.
Hey, you shouldn't have seen my first suit. It was non-aesthetic.
Yeah, mine was basically my tracksuit, and I sewed up the bottom of the hood so you just saw my eyes.
Nice.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Brushing off claws.
Okay.
Lift up hat. I throw you my mask. In case
Oh.
in case that one rips.
Thanks.
Oh. Oh, sweet.
Can't fit over my muzzle.
So you were digging, and you dig straight through the street,
Yes.
and then you all break through, and you fall directly into the sewer, because that is what underneath the street. But you're all okay, because you got spider powers, so, you're able to kind of land gracefully. And
May I specify that as we're about to fall and splash, I can thwip the ceiling so I don't land my freaking chair in the sewer water?
you can...
I'm happy to roll for
Yeah,
it.
you can roll for it. That's
Cool.
quippy. You want to roll over your number, you can roll 3.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Okay, yeah. Absolutely, that happens.
Thank you.
The rest of you fall.
It would never stop.
But you dig
Peter
further.
Parker just walks down the side of the thing,
Hang on.
confused.
Happy as a
whether-
pig in mud.
You now you start digging into the wall, and through the wall you now break through the sewer wall into a subway tunnel.
I unfortunately now smell like wet dog.
You all smell like wet dog at best, and you come through this broken wall into a subway tunnel, and you see. Oh, Marimo, thank you.
Okay, now that the paper bag is covered in mud, I will go ahead and abandon that. It'll be
Yeah.
much cleaner.
Okay, and yeah, you look left, you look right. There's the subway tunnel goes in either direction.
Do we can we spider? What tingles are you guys feeling?
Do you want to try and
I'm gonna try to
Yeah,
do the
I'd like to roll for
interdimensional
spider
webbing
sense.
thing.
roll for spider sense? Okay, you're gonna. All right, why don't you roll for
yeah.
spider sense first, and then we'll do that. So,
Yeah.
spider sense, we'll call that thwippy. You
Well,
wanna roll
frick.
under your number, but you're good with your spider sense, so you can roll 3.
I was hoping it'd be more intuitive than that. Therefore, none success.
You give it a shot, but you're not sensing any danger. You want to try the webbing now?
I would like to stipulate that perhaps if I feel tingles, I kind of shut them off a little bit because describing the tingles feels a little like reminding me of Spider Rave.
Oh.
We were teaching her about the tingles.
And yeah, Hey, Heart of Handprints, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, again.
Yeah, picks me up from the sad I just gave myself.
Your powers, we said, are Thwippy Task. You want to roll under your number, you can roll 3. Meaning of Night, thank you. Hey, Meaning of Night. Once again, go check out our official Carrier Penguin of the day that Meaning of Night did. Attempting
so
Fate
good.
RPG
They're
on Twitter.
beautiful.
They're amazing.
They're good penguins, Brent.
Oh, okay. So I got 2 successes. 1 is my number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you will get something on your webs while you were doing that. Aunt May pops into your earpiece. And Aunt May, do you have a question?
Is Hobgoblin alone?
Hobgoblin. I mean, is he alone? Technically not. But
Everyone's got minions.
right. I mean, kind of no. So, you absolutely had a success. So you start casting your webs.
Yeah, to see like what the possibilities of this area, to see which way we're gonna go.
Okay, and the possibilities we will say lead you. What you see is down one tunnel. You just sort of wander forever if you go south, and if you go north, you start getting quick flashes of the goblin's face.
All right, definitely this way. Yeah. Otherwise, pretty dire. It's like the end of a choose your own adventure. You can't even Bandersnatch it back.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So
Fruities.
yes, it is like a choose your own adventure, right? Yeah. No, it's like
There's only so far we can go with this one without Amy Purple.
So you start heading north in the direction that her web said you would find. Okay.
What?
We would find what? The Dawn reacts, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He looks at the monitor and he reacts, and it's what I live for.
It's like so sometimes the best part of the game for me because like it's like the only thing I don't know that's gonna happen for sure. Like I mean, aside from what comes from the players, it will come from Dom. So it's interesting. But yes, you are walking along in this tunnel when you hear this like snapping sound, like somebody and coming towards you. You see this like shape start to step out of the darkness and walking down the subway tunnel. Strangely, you see the actor Tobey Maguire, and he's doing that crazy Spider-Man dance from like Spider-Man 3, which you've never seen. But it's like he's doing this sort of like kind of sort of douchey looking disco dance as he like walks around. He's like snapping his fingers, and he's just like. Excuse me, do you know how I get out of this sealed subway tunnel? I'm Tobey Maguire? No. Don't ask for autographs. I don't sign them for free.
In my universe, a horse made a movie about you.
Wow. Amy Dallin. Deep
Perfection!
Excellent.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, if you go south of us, there's an exit. Like, keep on going south.
South
And up.
and up.
Oh, I was just gonna make him go south.
Oh.
Oh.
Forever.
Which one of you should I listen to?
Well, one of them always tells the truth, and one of them always lies.
I'm not listening to anybody. and he just starts bouncing his way down the abandoned subway tunnel, dancing and dancing.
Director said about him too.
He absolutely disappears, and you hear him just all the way down. I'm Tobey Maguire.
Oh god, yeah. Like,
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly like
And then
that.
takes it off.
In fact, everyone give us the best Tobey Maguire Spidey thing that you can.
Yeah,
play. Yeah. And he disappears.
you're welcome, people who gift things.
And you are on your way. And yeah, you walk for a while, and the tunnel, the lights in the tunnel start going out. Suddenly, the tunnels are lit. There's electricity in them, but like the.
Can I have a walk and talk real briefly? Or,
Yeah, sure.
Chat as I sat?
Yeah.
So, you're Patience Parker, right?
You're Pax Parker?
Yeah. So, like,
It was just me and my twin brother Peter in my world.
I don't
Do you have
even...
a sister or a brother?
I kind of... That would be cool. I never had one. I'm an only kid. I think that I was too much. So, like, are you, like, girl me of this universe?
Are you envy me of your universe?
I don't know, are you envious?
Wow.
And this is the biggest smile you've seen on Patience's face so far.
Well, that is the biggest smile I've seen on your face. I've barely seen your face, but it kind of looks like my face. I mean, my hair isn't that dark, but...
And you kept going after...
I mean, it was hard, but, like, if I didn't, what if people got hurt and I was just, like, I don't know, sitting at home watching Netflix, you know? I had to do something. It's not the only thing in my life. I mean, I do WCMX. Thwip, double flip.
We're so athletic!
Hey, that's
I don't think I got that stuff.
Oh, I didn't have that before either. I was an indoor kid. But, like, there are all sorts of things that we can do now. And, like, some of them are cool athletic shit. But, like, some of them's doing good shit. I mean...
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's enough hiding. I mean, look what happened when I...
Look what you've done. Look what you can do. I mean... I think you could probably do a lot more good. You know, if you're girl version of me. Gotta make me look good, right?
What would Spidey do?
And at that moment.
Yeah. No, and while you were talking, you know, it does not sort of dawn in on you that the tunnel's getting a little darker as you go. The light is disappearing a little bit. Do you remember earlier when you rolled in the Sanctum Sanctorum to use the magic and you got a 1 and it was success with consequence?
Yeah.
Well, it did amplify your power a little bit, but sometimes, you know, amplification comes with some unforeseen results.
Okay.
And while you are walking, your hands start to go a little bit. Your webs start appearing in midair.
All right.
Ooh. This is weird. Oh, this is real weird now.
And then your webs spread out, and what you see is like that purple light starts like bleeding through it. That like weird magic that's been following you around a little bit. And one of these portals sort of starts ripping through your web, and all of a sudden, right out of it, just tumbles like all of a sudden you see just someone fly through really fast and smash into the wall. And as that happens, all of your spider senses go off with spider hero recognition. And you look up, getting up off the ground, there is a spider hero who is, we'll say, wearing a traditional-looking red and blue costume. Her mask is totally ripped, and
As is she.
As is she, totally ripped, and her mask is ripped off. You can see her face, and it's a face that most of you recognize in one form or the other as the face of May Parker. And she looks at you and she goes, "You're like me,
Aunt May?
Spider-Man." And she looks at you and is like, and all of a sudden that portal starts to glow again, and she's like, "Everybody duck!" And through that real fast, suddenly comes flying through the portal another figure, and that figure goes boom and smashes right into Aunt May, knocks her back into the wall again. And she sort of like slides down the wall, like clearly a little bit hurt. And the form, you know, this person turns around real quick and, you know, looks up and you see she extends her arms, and then 2 more arms come from beneath, and 2 more arms come from above. And she walks out of the shadows, and you strangely recognize this form. Do you want to say who this is?
Yeah, so, you guys might be familiar with a certain Doc Ock who had a graduate assistant and took up the mantle after Doc Ock died in a freak interdimensional accident. This was Doc Ock's grad student, Stephanie Podolinsky, and now she's Cephalopod.
And she, Cephalopod rears up and she's like, I'm glad your last words are gonna be about me. You know, it took me a long time to track you through these portals, but it's gonna be worth it. And with that, one of those arms comes over and grabs you, and another one grabs your arm, and another one grabs your arm, and she like lifts you up off the ground.
You are really just showing off the excessive number of functional limbs you have going on here, and it's not appropriate.
And I'm gonna say, this made a ton of noise. The portal, Spider-Man coming through, and Spider-Man is on the ground trying to get up, watching this. The three of you, before you can take action, you see this light flick on towards the end of the cave, and you can see all of a sudden this form gliding towards you. And on the glider that is coming towards you is the Hobgoblin. But behind the Hobgoblin, there are 2 more Hobgoblins. And behind the Hobgoblins, there are 3 more Hobgoblins. And as far as you can see down the hallway,
Mob goblins!
there are Mob Goblins.
Oh my
Cannon. Hashtag Sampuns.
I
Let
would
us know
never
how
actually
awesome that is.
Be able to
Spider-Ham
write
goes
comics,
point.
but I will write
Amazing.
pun villain names forever.
Spider-Ham dramatically points and then manifests like a bunch more cartoony arms pointing at every single one of them.
Yeah, and Cephalopod having you in 3 arms, now those other like the 2 other arms on the bottom pick up and start running away, holding you. And I will say Spider-Man gets to her feet and sort of starts hobbling after you. She's clearly hurt. The 3 of you, well, the 4, 5 of you, yeah.
Patience goes, what would Spidey do? And runs.
You going after them?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, you are seeing an army of hobgoblins come down on the 2 of you, Peter Porker and Spider Mouse.
I throw up very sticky interdimensional webbing to block off that side of the tunnel, so like they'll hit it.
Okay. Why don't you roll? And what do you want to do? You're just gonna wait to see how this goes, or you got a move to make?
Well, if let's see if the tunnel gets blocked off, because then my focus will be on helping rather than attacking the hobgoblin.
Sure. We will call that a thwippy task. You want to roll under your number. You're under pressure here. You can roll 2.
Can Peter Porker infuse webbing with cartoon energy? Because if you want people to bounce off something, that does require cartoon physics.
Peter Porker can roll for that to help. That would be a quippy task. He wants to roll over his number. He can roll 1 because he's never tried this before.
Things look a little different here.
But I'm sure it's gonna work. I got an Aunt May.
Oh my god. So you can roll 3rd, and Peter Porker, Aunt May pops into your earpiece. This is Aunt May. How can I help you, you cute little piggy?
I still can't stop hearing scientist voice when you talk. I don't know what to ask. Giant question mark manifests over my head.
Oh.
It's okay, Peter. We love you anyway. Anything?
Is one of them the real hobgoblin?
One of them is the real hobgoblin.
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. That's a success. The tunnel, you manifest your webs and they block off the tunnel, and the first hobgoblin hits the web and stops, and the rest of the hobgoblins stop behind him. And the hobgoblin's like, and he takes a pumpkin bomb and throws it at the webs, and it explodes, and he's like, goblins. Mob goblins. And they all take their pumpkin bombs and start throwing them at the web.
I strengthen it.
You're holding on as much you can. You got your 2 successes. You're holding on. Goblins are throwing stuff at the web. You're seeing this happening. It's like, it's a battle. She's holding on, but the goblins are gaining strength.
Sure. Well, while you're holding down the tunnel door, I'm going to assist with patience.
Oh gods.
Okay.
Can't do anything if the web's
It's going to be
in the
you
way.
and Peter
Well,
Porker
you're a
versus...
digger, right? You can.
All right,
but
no,
that's just
it's all
giving
right.
them one more access
It's all right.
point.
You and Peter Parker versus an army of hobgoblins.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Let's do it.
Cartoons
Spider.
are absurdly powerful. You forget
Yeah.
about this.
While
Yeah.
you are struggling with the goblins, you run down
I'm
the tunnel.
doing full fetch mode with like tug of war at the other arms. Just any sort of limb, it's basically tug of war rope.
All right.
I'm just ripping them and pulling them and
You,
hoping they let you go.
well, let's say is that you are now chasing after, so you got to catch up first.
Sure, easy peasy.
Yeah, you're going at top speed on your way. You are captured by Steph Livadia
Yep.
still. She's got you wrapped up tight in goblin arms. You are right behind, sort of like, swinging your way down the tunnel. Okay, swinging your way down the tunnel. And Steph Livadia
Janky, rusty.
disappears around a corner. You come swinging around just in time to catch an octopus arm in the face.
Patience!
Your spider sense goes off. Let's see if it goes off in time to warn you. Why don't you roll a quippy task? You can roll over your number. Your number is 2.
Am I helping?
Oh, you're helping by warning?
By saying patient!
Roll a quippy task. You want to roll over your number. You're just yelling. You can roll 3.
So my number is 4.
Your number is 4, right?
And I'm rolling. How many did you say? Sorry.
To catch the right to see if your spider sense kicks in time. It is you can roll 2.
Plus
Okay.
1.
Plus 1
I
is
helped.
3, right? 'cause
Excellent.
They helped.
Yes, you are.
Over my number.
Alright, that's a 1.
I got 1. I got some rerolls to burn, so I'm gonna use one of them. See if we get lucky. 2.
Yeah.
2 on maze.
But I'm gonna make you re-roll those. You
Both
get
of
the
them?
you get the ant maze anyway, but yeah, you got to re-roll
Okay.
both of them.
Okay, no successes. I'm gonna spend 2 more rerolls.
Okay.
2 more failures. 1 more reroll. I got 1 success.
1 success. Okay. Your spider sense goes off just in time to avoid taking that like right in the chin. You get hit, but yes, you sort of dive out of the way, and it's sort of a deflection. You fall, you lose your momentum, and Steph Livadia sort of continues. You are still struggling. You are starting to catch up. You can see them now appearing in the distance. What do you want to do first? Hang on.
Yeah, so my arms are locked down, and that's kind of like, it's kind of my thing. But I have one other source of generating momentum, which is angular momentum by leaning forward real fast, because there's weight to my wheels. If you lean forward, the wheels come up, and you can actually start to get a little bit of force generated.
That's awesome. That sounds to me like a quippy task.
I'm doing
You can
a
roll
really
3 because it's probably you're.
It is based in
used
the
to
same
physics of your
sense
chair,
of milk.
right,
Yeah, exactly. This is classic chair physics.
Says quippy. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 2.
Well, in that case, I have 3 successes, one of which is Aunt May.
Oh, okay. Did I miss somebody else's Aunt May?
I had a couple. I don't.
Oh yeah, you had the 2
I
from
had to re-roll
all the
them,
dragon ladying. You get to keep them. When he makes his reroll, and then we succeed anyway. Traditionally, you say, "Yeah, fuck you, dragon lady."
That is the tradition, unfortunately for
Where
me.
even did that?
Um,
I don't even remember which episode that is anymore.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Ghostbusters. Is that
It might have been
Oh yeah, because it was
during the Dodger Stadium.
what's her name from the real
Dog Facts.
Ghostbusters? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that absolutely works. 3 successes,
break the grapple.
and you break the grapple, and what happens is you fall, and you take you
Yeah.
fall to the ground, but you are free.
Yep, that's all I need.
You, meanwhile, are coming up, and you see Steph Livadia, and she is standing over Spidey, and Steph Livadia doesn't see you coming, turns to Spidey, and is just like, "You're not going anywhere," and her arms extend again.
Climb up wall till forward momentum can be had from legs. Push as hard as I can. Claws forward, going for the sort of mechanisms that
Pounce.
are giving a massive pounce with spikes.
Okay, roll quippy. You want to roll over your number, you can roll 3. You're in Wolfman mode. This is a Wolfman task.
She said over my
3 1s.
3 1s.
Wow.
Woof indeed.
Yeah, you just go using a reroll. And there are also the table rerolls.
I'll reroll 1. Let's see if I can at least get 1 success. I don't mind succeeding at cost. My number.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, do you have a question for Aunt May?
What are the other hobgoblins?
The other hobgoblins are magical doppelgangers generated by the power of the Eye of Agamotto.
Diabolical. That eye.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you with one success, you sort of go almost flying right past Steph Livadia, but like as you're going past, you manage to like kick her in the head, and that just sort of pisses her off, and she sort of loses track of you for a moment as she sort of turns around to see what the hell's going on. What are you doing?
What is in this environment?
Not a lot. It's sort of an empty tunnel. There's dirt. There's, bricks that are part of the walls, some lamp fixtures.
Any exposed like wiring or power things?
Sure, it's half finished. There's definitely exposed wiring.
I'd like to see if I can swing sort of over her and grab an arm and like plug it into.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a quippy
Sparky.
task.
Yeah.
You want to roll over your number.
I'd like to assist.
You want to assist?
Yeah.
All right, you can roll 2. What do you want to do to assist?
Cephalopod is my arch nemesis. That means that she's most likely to be focused on me. So if I'm flip over here, flip over there. Now I'm flip over here.
By the time
Just
to
to
scope it
keep
out.
distracted, to create an opening.
Okay, let's call that a quippy task. You want to roll over your number, you can roll 3. You can roll 2. You just took a spill to the ground.
Well, in that case, 2 successes.
Yeah, and you just start zipping around, like just bouncing around the walls, and Steph Livadia sort of trying to keep track of you, and you can roll 3 now.
Upside down, flipping off the scene.
2 successes. One's not mine.
2 successes, 1's an Aunt May. Do you have a question for Aunt May?
Are you proud of me?
Every day. May out! And
Took emotional damage.
And yeah, exactly like you said, you go flipping over and you grab one of her metal arms and stick it into this like a half-finished outlet that is near the wall, and it just starts shocking. Like you see the electricity flowing through her, and she just sort of starts fritzing out and like falls and is like smoking and just. She is totally unconscious now. While you are recovering, let's cut back to Webb, who, with Peter Porker and Spider Mouse, are holding off an army of hobgoblins who are now starting to beat their way. You can feel your web starting to break. Even you have your limits after all this time. Your friends are not around. Except
That's
Peter
not
Porker and
true.
Spider Mouse. Yeah, Spider Mouse and Peter Porker. The team is not around.
It's just a shorter team.
The main hobgoblin, the one at the front, rears his glider back and starts ramming at your webs, and they start breaking, and you can see him like starting to pull through, and then he shoots forward, and as he comes forward, he like cracks you or goes to hit at you. Why don't you roll a quippy? You want to roll over your number. You can roll 2. Your number is 4. We're gonna roll quippy to see if your spider sense warns you in time to get out of the way.
1 success.
1 success. That is enough. Your spider sense warns you in time. You still take a hit, but it's not really that bad because you are able to sort of do one of those, just barely grazes you because your spider sense kicked in.
Okay.
But now the hobgoblins are pouring through, and it's like endless. The place is filling up with hobgoblins.
Okay. Well, Spider Mouse is there also, so
Yes.
and since they're super small, I would think that they would have
Oh yes.
know.
Don't worry.
gone straight towards, the eye. Like there's all this other stuff. Nobody's gonna notice a mouse.
A sewer is particularly advantageous for rodents.
Okay, you know what? Roll for Spider Mouse.
Okay.
Your Spider Mouse is a 5. This is searching Hobgoblin's cave for the Eye of Agamotto. That sounds like a precise action to me. It's thwippy. You want to roll under your number. I think your number is 5, Spider Mouse. You can roll 2.
Well, I've been, keeping all of the I've been a big distraction. Also.
Roll to help. Quippy, you want to roll over your number to keep that distraction going. You can roll... Since you succeeded before, you can roll 3. Since you succeeded with the webs. This is just like keeping the distraction going. You are in the center of a bunch of
I
hobgoblins.
have 1 success. So.
1 success. All right. What I will say is...
Enough, right?
It
to help.
It's enough to help. It's a success with consequence. So...
To help? All I'm doing is helping.
Oh, you're helping,
no,
right.
no,
I'm
just
sorry.
giving me a die.
Right, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That works.
Just adding
You
a
get the
dice.
extra die, so you can roll 3.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot it was a help roll.
Can I... Table rerolls for Squeak?
Well, wait a minute. You wanted to roll...
I need under 5. I rolled 2 6s.
But you
rolled
got a 3.
Yeah, one
Oh, so
success.
one
I don't want.
success.
I don't want a mouse.
No consequences.
No
for-
consequences for.
I understand. Okay.
Wow, and I rolled another 6. All right. Well,
They're the table rerolls,
And you still have 2.
and you still have 2.
yes.
You gonna use yours?
I'll use mine. Yeah. Squeak is a part of me. I'm gonna use this die. Wow! I don't know what that was,
That was
but it
cocked.
rolled a
It's
weird.
like vertical.
Yeah.
It
like
ran
leaped
up
onto a dice.
my dice.
And then hit in the corner.
2
Oh.
successes.
There you go.
2 successes.
Okay, so Squeaker Parker crawls down from you, and as it's running along the sides, you realize it has also sticky paws, and it goes up to the cables that which you did. And before it starts going along the lines right above the mob goblins, it turns to you and gives a little wink, and then just scurries as fast as it can.
And Squeaker Parker scurries down that hallway and disappears into some door that is just way at the end. You are surrounded by hobgoblins right now,
I'm
who are
going
starting
to
to like
use,
hit you from all angles.
Magical sonic blast.
Okay. Magical Sonic Blast. You're under pressure. You've never done this before in this
I
game.
haven't, but I still have that charge from the Sanctum.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So with the charge from the
It was
Sanctum,
enough to rip open a portal.
yeah, we'll say you can roll 3.
Okay.
With the charge, it is a
Because what I'm trying to do is
Flippy
I'm
task.
trying to explode anything that's not the real Hobgoblin with the magic sonic blast.
All right, let's see what happens. Roll. You can roll 3.
Oh, this
We'll
is
call it
magic blast.
We'll call it we'll call it a thwippy task. You can roll. You gotta roll under your number. Your number is
3 successes.
4. 3 successes. Okay, absolutely. You set off your webs and you make this sonic blast.
It's what it looks like is like my fingers where we usually have the webbing comes out here. Okay, no, it comes like here where it usually sticks. It like does this like purple and it travels up Webb's arms until it like encapsulates everything and then it busts out like filling the tunnel.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Cool.
and okay. What we're gonna say is your sonic blast is sonic, and it operates at that level, and it blasts everything that's not the real hobgoblin out of the way. They all just go flying into the walls. The real hobgoblin standing there exposed. You think I need them?
Yeah, nerd, I think you do.
That quip will be the last thing you ever say. And he pulls out a pumpkin bomb and he
Peter
throws
Porker
it
jumps
at
in
you.
front of it.
What?
Peter Porker jumps in front of it.
Peter Porker, roll a quippy skill. You want to roll over your number, you can roll 2. Your number, Peter Porker, was 2?
Mm-hmm.
Quippy AF. Over. 1 success.
Yeah, do it.
One
Not
success.
on the board.
Once he just works. Okay.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Yeah.
So he says, Peter Porker just comes swinging by and knocks that pumpkin bomb right out of the way. The pumpkin bomb goes flying in the other way. It hits some of those other hobgoblins and explodes, and it like kills a couple of the other hobgoblins. And the hobgoblin, is like, you'll pay for your insolence. And
Mine's free of charge.
and even the Hobgoblin looks confused by Peter Parker. Okay, what I will say is, and as that happens, the other Hobgoblins are picking themselves back up and sort of readying themselves and starting to surround you again. And there's just this room full of Hobgoblins around you, and they start to close in. You're rearing up your magic. You kind of know that it's like you only got so many of these sonic blasts in you. But before you can do anything, there is this weird, let's say, green portal just opens, and right out of it drops a figure. And you look up and you see this girl who looks very much like a squirrel. And she drops in and she looks around and she's like, huh? Subway? Huh? Hey, let's go! And she looks up, and out of the portal, a second squirrel girl in a slightly different outfit drops, and then a third squirrel girl, and then a squirrel guy, and squirrel boy, and squirrel man, and squirrel knight, spider squirrel. Just all of a sudden, all these, multiverse variants of squirrel girl start dropping through, and they're looking around, and they're just like, hobgoblins? And they look over at you and like, what the hell's going on?
They're attacking. Could use an assist here.
Oh, sure. Hi, I'm Doreen.
Oh, hey, Flash.
Nice to meet you, Flash. Okay, and she turns back to the squirrels and she's like, ladies, and gentlemen, sorry, and NBs, sorry about that, everybody, okay, okay, squirrel folk, okay, we're gonna help out our spider friend here. And she leans over to you and she's like, it's amazing. We're involved in some sort of weird interdimensional universe adventure where we're all being pulled together by some sort of villain making these green portals.
Same here, but
Whoa.
purple portals.
Wow, that's what a small universe. You know what? Okay. We're happy to help out, and the army of squirrel girls just like attack, and they just
Squirrel army.
Squirrel army.
Hey.
Yeah, and not only that, but they're using their squirrel powers to gather actual squirrels who start like charging down the subway tunnel, and the spiders and all the hobgoblins just like squirrel girls and squirrels jumping all over them.
And also Pizza Rat, weirdly?
Pizza Rat absolutely is there. And it's just, the goblins have no idea what to do. They were not expecting an army of squirrel girls, and they are way outclassed here. And that is totally clearing the field. The main goblin is standing there yelling at the other goblins, and he's like, come on, you morons! Come on, I need you!
Oh, I thought you didn't need them, dork.
It's like, and as she is confronting Hobgoblin, I will say, the rest of you now return down the tunnel, dragging Steph Livadia by her arms, and you see the Hobgoblin on his glider. You see all the squirrel girls fighting, and Hobgoblin just sort of rears up on his glider, and he's like, I will finish this now. And he just takes like a whole bunch of pumpkin bombs and just throws them all in your direction. Everybody roll Quippy task. You can roll, everyone can roll 2. You want to roll over your number.
I want to specify before I roll that my top priority is protecting patients.
Oh.
Okay, good. 2 successes.
2 successes?
Yeah.
I'm spending a reroll because I got 0 successes.
Oh no.
Flesh?
Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
I got 0 successes.
Oh.
You have table rerolls too.
I use a table reroll. I got 1 success.
1 success.
I have 1 success and it's not me.
Oh, it's not me. Okay.
I have 2 successes, also one is not me.
Okay, so
Spider-Ham has 1.
Spider-Ham has 1. Okay. So what I'll say is everyone dodges the pumpkin bombs. You just barely dodge, and it kind of does that thing where it like rips your costume a little bit, and you definitely feel it, but you're all right. You had an Aunt May and you had an Aunt May. So Markia, first Aunt May pops into your ear. There's Aunt May. Do you have a question?
Yeah. Would it be very disastrous to this universe if we took the Eye of Agamotto with us? Ooh.
That could have consequences. This is Aunt May. Do you have a question?
Are you having a lovely day?
Yeah, it's not a perfect day, but on the whole, it has been aggregate positive. May out. And Aunt May disappears. And you all survive the pumpkin bombs. The Hobgoblin is now on his glider, reaching for more bombs, looking for something to throw
Not
at
this
you.
time. I should have stopped you a long time ago.
You? Who are you?
I'm Spider-Woman.
I think you got this. I run down the tunnel towards where Spider Mouse went.
Okay. And the goblin sort of hovers towards you and Spider-Woman, eh? Never heard of you. And he rears up with a pumpkin bomb.
And I just want to just standard ceiling swing aided kick to the face, if possible.
Ceiling swing aided kick to the face. Okay, that is a quippy. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 2.
If you want this as a solo thing, I'm happy to leave that to you, or I can proffer an assist.
I've been solo long enough.
I want to thwip the glider out from under.
Oh, wow.
Hobgoblin.
Okay, that's a precise action. Your thwippy, you want to roll under your number. Thwippy task, you want to roll under your number. Your number Pax is 2.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, your number's 2, so
yeah.
you can roll. You can
But
roll
it's
3.
still a, yeah,
yeah.
it's still a spider task. All right, so that's 2 successes. What's up?
That's enough. Yeah, and you web the goblin's glider and
Narrative
yank
dice.
it out, and the goblin goes like flying back, like, you know, or just like struggling to hold on to his glider for a second, and this is all unfolding in like fractions of a second. Go for it.
Which kind?
This is a quippy task. You want to roll over your number. Your number is patience is 4.
2 successes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you go flying up and. Okay, what did you say you wanted to do? You wanted
I'm going to use the flip to the ceiling to build momentum to kick to the face.
Okay, yeah, you, 2 successes, yeah, that's exactly what happens. You thwip to the ceiling, you pull yourself up and just like kick to the face. And like with the glider going out from under him, kick to the face, he forgets to throw the pumpkin bomb, which explodes in his hand and he blows his hand off.
Whoa! Woo!
And the goblin his hand and he's there'll be another day, Spider-Woman. And he reaches into his belt and he throws this smoke bomb. And as the smoke clears,
Better show up
Hobgoblin
well armed
Hey,
next
that's my
time.
trick.
is gone. And you turn around and you just see the army of squirrel girls just finishing kicking the crap out
What
of all
the
those
heck?
other goblins.
I've just been leaning against the wall, watching all of my friends be amazing.
Yeah, and Doreen walks over to you and leans against the wall next to you and is like, "So, Wolfman, eh? What's that like?"
I imagine as hairy as Squirrel Girl?
You went down the hall to find Spider Mouse, and when you get to the goblins' hideout at the end of the tunnel, you find Spider Mouse sitting on top of this little steel box. Say you open the steel box, and inside of it you find the Eye of Agamotto. And there's some papers around. You sort of gather from stuff you find that some evil corporation had hired the Hobgoblin to steal the Eye of Agamotto, and when he saw how powerful it was, he just decided to keep it.
Aim, perhaps.
Perhaps. I don't know.
The
AIM,
usual
very...
greed thing.
No, they're a very reputable organization. I don't know what you're talking about. But you've got the Eye of Agamotto, and I will say we will.
Can I
Yeah,
say something to Steph Livadia as I obviously webbing her up to be taken into custody,
Yeah, you're
along with a customary note probably written on lined college rolled paper. I'm not scared of you anymore.
You should be.
Hey, I don't have to be afraid of looking back over my shoulder for you. Just because something bad happened in the past doesn't mean I should just avoid it. You can learn from bad things that happened and be better. You have to look back to know where you came from. Also, you suck.
And Steph Livadia is.
The note right on her chest with that.
She's about to say something back to you when Doreen Green walks up behind her, just conks her on the head, and she's just like, I don't think anybody was really interested in what she had to say.
According to her academic publications, that's correct.
So I will
Burn.
dissolve you back to the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Can I try to use it?
The Eye of Agamotto?
Yeah.
Like where? Like there in the subway tunnel?
It could be in the sanctum or it could be in the
Okay.
subway tunnel.
We will dissolve you
Like-
back to the sanctum. What is it you want to try and do with it?
I want to try to do what Doctor Strange did in Infinity War, where it's like you see all of the possibilities.
Okay.
Because it's like it would basically just expand what my power does,
Yeah.
but I have
Okay.
like this.
You can only roll one die, so
I
the
kinda
best you
figured.
can do is success with consequence. It's
I'm
a
okay with
thwippy
that.
skill. You want a thwippy skill. You want to roll under your number.
I'm a-okay with that.
So before you hand it off to Dr. Scarlet, you are standing holding the Eye of Agamotto, and you give this a shot.
6.
6. So
failure.
Yep, that is a failure. You give it your best shot, but
I'm gonna roll.
you're gonna reroll.
Oh!
Okay.
Very, very tempted for this to work.
Tempting fate here.
3.
Okay. Millions of possibilities. You see an infinite number of universes, and success with consequence means you are not the Sorcerer Supreme. Sorry. You are just someone with magic, and your brain has a very hard time choking this down. So you see just infinite numbers of universes flying through your head, and I'm going to say is that you find that just kind of overwhelming, and you sort of sink to the ground and sort of start shaking a little bit as two of these realities very much keep like blaring in and out from all the others. In one of them, you see Spider-Rave alive and standing by your side. In the other one, you see Spider-Hide standing by your side. Spider-Hide, the villain that killed Spider-Rave last week, her evil Ben Parker.
Am I able to focus on the one where she's alive? Is this
You
the
c-
chance
this
that
is-
we have?
This is all you can do. That's all you can see. And Dr. Scarlet looks over, sensing your use of the Eye of Agamotto, and snatches it from your hand. And I'm going to say it's you are still pretty overwhelmed. This is going to zonk you for a while. And Dr. Scarlet takes the eye and concentrates, and it glows, and it starts glowing first blue, then purple, then green, and you can see her sort of working through all these magics, and she stops and she says, okay, I think I am getting a sense of this power that's opening these purple portals. Someone, somewhere in the multiverse, has an object that, I don't know what it's known in your universes. In our universe, it's called the Cosmic Cube. It can rearrange reality in any way at the behest of whoever holds it. I can't see who's holding it, but someone is playing with the fabric of reality. I can send you where you need to go. I can send you back home, or I can send you to where this hero is. Or I can send you to where this person, where this person who's manipulating the cube is. Where do you want to go?
We have to stop this.
What about Spider-Rave?
We have to do what Spider-Rave want us to do, right?
Yeah.
She says, I promised you I would try and bring back your friend. The eye works in mysterious ways.
A lot of mysterious ways.
When you
Let's
go,
talk about it later.
I will do my best to reunite your friend with their soul. But we're not going to see how it comes out until you get wherever you're going.
Cube?
Cute. You coming?
I think my city needs a spider. Thanks, Pax.
Thanks, Patience. I don't know whether you're like the girl version of me or something, but if you ever need a multiverse twin,
Thanks for the mask. I didn't think it would fit anymore, but
It always fits everyone. That's its
eventually.
job.
And yeah, I still smell the fear on you, but there's a whole lot of courage there too.
And sewer water.
Just please switch with my flash anytime.
And
I'm game.
You're game? Spider-Ham, you going? All right, sure. Spider-Mouse, yeah, you're in. You're in for sure.
Peter Pepper's already on the back of my chair and ready to go.
Arf, wolf, bark, bow, bow.
Hey.
And Dr. Scarlet goes, okay, you ready?
No.
And she takes the Eye of Agamotto and holds it, and this bright golden light starts to spread, and it starts to encompass all of you, and suddenly all you can see is that golden light, as you can see the image of Spider-Woman waving goodbye to you. And then she disappears into the gold light, and suddenly the gold light clears, and you find yourself once again standing on a rooftop in New York City. And your spider sense starts to go off. But it's not your "you're one of me" spider senses, it's like your danger sense. And you turn around, and standing behind you on the roof, there is a little boy. And in one hand, he's holding the cosmic cube, and in the other hand, he has a comic book that says Spider-Man on the cover. And he looks around at you, and he sort of examines your costumes. It's like, more spiders, huh? I'll show you. I'll show all of you. And on that, we will see you next week for the exciting conclusion of Spiderverse. This was amazing. This was so much fun. Thank you, Amy.
You're so good!
And thank you, everybody. Oh my God, y'all were so
Yeah,
incredible.
both of you were so good.
Yeah, thank you, Spider-Ham. It's my Spider-Ham.
It's
Amy
so
got me for my
hard to
birthday.
book Spider-Ham. Thank you so much for making the time.
Spider-Ham very in demand now after the success of the movie.
Very much.
And oh my God, everybody, you were all awesome. Thank you so much. We got a few minutes left. Why don't we go around the table and let the good people know where they can find you?
My name is Amy Dallin. You can find me most Sundays streaming from home, playing some video games before we come and watch Tempting Fate. You can also find me all over Geek and Sundry, where sometimes I talk about comic books, sometimes I play the games, and sometimes I play the games with these two. Callisto 6 just came back for season 2. Our premiere was on Friday. We're having some real good fun. I'm at Enthusiamy. Thanks so much for having me on Tempting Fate.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. You were great.
Facts. I'm Sam DeLev. You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, ChaiKovsky. If you like this, you might also like Mondays is Plunders and Blunders, the D&D comedy podcast I do with the Transcendent Gina DeVivo. On Fridays, as Amy alluded, you can find me with Amy and the terrific Gina DeVivo for Callisto 6 from 4 to 7 p.m. on Twitch and Alpha. And on Sundays, you can find me before this show from 12 to 3 on Q Times, Queue Times. We are going to be concluding the super feelsy and amazing game we've been playing, Uncommon Trust Presents Hillfolk, where Ash Minnick leads us through Iron Age feelings. It actually works
I've seen this.
really nicely. You can watch Q Times, then you can watch Amy, then you can watch Tempting Fate. Did we plan it that way? I don't know, but it sure is serendipitous now, isn't it?
Gina DeVivo?
Gina DeVivo. You can find me online at Pocket Gina, along with the other lovely things that were already said before me, because friends, especially spider friends, stick together.
We basically have Callisto 3 right here.
One of those being Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. The lovely TBD RPG is back, so check that out.
brand new
And
edition.
if you also like the podcasty things, Champions of the Earth with kids with powers and hormones, if that's your cup of tea.
It's great.
It's really great.
Okay, so you, Marquia McCarty, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Marquia McCarty. Should be at the bottom. And then also, if you have DC Universe, it's a platform that has comics, movies, and TV of DC. I'm on DC Daily, so you can see me there Monday through Friday.
Yay!
Very awesome stuff. And if any of you happen to be interested in wrestling, I am doing the Women Wrestling Friends podcast that should go up on January 23rd, where they cover women of wrestling. It includes Razor, also known as Sarah Rodriguez.
Oh,
who
yes!
is who is a wrestler on Women.
Definitely check that out.
Yeah,
Sarah's great.
definitely do. It's on Access TV if you haven't seen any of the episodes yet. So doing that. And then also, if you have Facebook, tune into, facebook.com/watchfangirling. It's intersectional nerdery. We deal with pop culture and nerd stuff, and that's all together. There are 12 episodes, including interviews that are up there. And Ask Your Black Geek Friend is on Alpha. So you can look at past episodes with that. B. Dave Walters, who I know that you've seen playing
We
with
love B-Dave.
everybody
Showing up.
here, and
Kill feels.
Damian Portier, and you know him from Alpha Book Club, are my co-stars on that, or co-hosts on that. So
stars.
you're all stars. A whole lot of fun stuff to check
know.
me out with.
All right, thank you. I'm Rick Budd. You can find me on Twitter at rbud913, and you can follow the show at Tempting Fate RPG on Twitter and Instagram. I will be back here next week with Sam Glev and Gina DeVivo and Marquia McCarty and Ravity Damse playing either Spider Rave or Spider Hide. We will figure that out next week. We will see how Dr. Scarlet's spell works. Until then, you can check out on Monday night at 8 p.m. Saving Throw has Shadows of the Mirror Man, a new series starting at Mutants and Masterminds, I think our friend Jody Hauser is in that.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, Jody is great. Definitely check that out. That's Monday at 8 p.m. And then on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Valor and Villainry. Which is a Kickstarter preview. And that is also here on Saving Throw. And also, I'm just going to throw this in. I don't know if you all know, the new Wild Cards just premiered last week. Go to YouTube, check out. It was massive. Yeah, it was massissive. Yes.
It really,
Jody.
really was.
Yes, Jody, it was massive. Yeah, go check out the YouTube or the Twitch of the Wild Cards premiere. It was great. And I think that's it. Oh my God, thank you everybody. You were great. And thank you everybody. Incredibly generous
gosh,
tonight.
wow.
Man.
We went to all the Dom time.
Yeah, we did all the downtime. They gave us the Squirrel Girl Army. Toby Maguire.
Yeah.
Of course.
Spider Man.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
And of course the I love you moment, which is really getting to be
Thank
my
you.
favorite thing. Man,
I love it. It's so good.
it just like that moment in the movie is just so great. It's like that everything about go see Spider-Verse. That is the
see
main point of all this.
Spider-Verse. Do it. Do
Yeah,
it
go
now.
see Spider-Verse. Anyone can wear the mask. Anyone can go see Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And I think
It
that
fits everyone eventually.
Oh, yeah, because there's no refunds.
Valid.
And that's it. Yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you everyone at home, and thank you for tempting fate with us.
Walking the dog sounds so pretty when it's played by AJS. Even the frog is some ditty when it's played by a band program. Well, any tune sounds like opera when it's played with harmony. But if you want to be classy, play me something that's jazzy, and you'll make a hit with me. Come, everybody jazz it, jazz it, all over town. We're going, boys. All of the best folks throughout the land are dancing and a prancing to an old